I know that's right, Tashonda. I'm trying to get myself back in the algorithm, so just stand by because I'm gonna be doing a whole lot more lives to recreate some of my content. But I'm gonna just wait and see who gonna pop in, and we're gonna get this show on the road. You know how it go.
I'm calling, I'm calling, yeah. They love to play when I roll for them, that they act brand new, say they never sing along. Play those tricks while they play that man, turn the volume up, now they claim they moved on. They from the pain and they wash their hands, try to bury the name in the same rich sand. But the song still lives in the hearts that know. You can stay my love, but you can't say where it goes. Don't count the king out. You still believe. Dream of God, I'm gonna speak it out. On every beat. You can play, you can play. Try to drown us down. But you can't touch the whole thing we're talking about. When they sell it, when they string my gas, you can't change my mind, can't cancel my truth. Where are you? Say hush up, girl, don't say his name like they didn't build mansions on his name. The flowers back left a thorn in place. Now they throwing stones trying to hide their face. But I won't fold to the fitness script. I won't trade my voice for the politics. You can watch me sin when it won't be gone. Cause a real fan love never turns on and on. Don't count the king out. Still believe. Dream of God and go speak it loud. On every beat. You can play, you can play. Try to drown us down. But you can't touch the whole thing we're talking about. When they say it, when they scream against, you can't play my mind. Can't cancel my truth. They can drag my name, but they can't drag my choice. You can bend my face, but you can't bend my voice. If my love was sins, that says more about you. I'll keep writing down. When we're living, don't count the king out. We still believe. Dream it down and go speak it loud. On every beat, you can point, you can play, try to drown us down. But you can't touch the whole thing we're talking about. You taste it. When you say it, when you scream against, you can't free your mind. You can't feel my truth. Freedom, freedom. Where are you? Freedom. I'm still calling.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all for sliding through. Miss Lady T, dancers, Deborah, thank you very much. Everybody that's gonna catch the replay, I appreciate you. We'll wait a couple more minutes, then we'll get started.
Yeah.
Y'all listen. Listen to the lyrics.
They think they know me, huh?
They think they know me.
They only know the story they sold you. They tried to write my ending before I hit my prime. Took pieces of my pain, cut it, clipped it out of time. Turn my tears into headlines, my scars into shows. Told you they was saving all the secrets they exposed. You watched them twist my trauma into dollar signs and praise. They never asked what I remember, just replay the same old frame. They branded me survivor, but the paint is torn in half. Put my name up in their mouth while they edited the past. Surviving lies, you can't everywhere I live through. You televise my pain, but here's the things you did too. You pointed at a monster just to cover all your crimes. Surviving one man was a star. Surviving the lies, change the times. Surviving the lies, yeah, I'm staring in your eyes. You look straight into the truth. Are you dressed in disguise? You wanna write my story? You took out that holy plan. Surviving one beginning. Surviving life. They love a public circus if it keeps you from the truth. Throw a woman on the stand, then they edit out the truth. They frame it as a rescue, but the rescue feels like change when the people doing interviews that move the same way. They stand beside the predator, now they sit beside the prey. They smile for every camera like they never looked away. You see the way they profit off confession, off my hurt, but never ask who built the cage, who bought the keys first. Surviving lies, you can everywhere I live through. You televise my pain, but here's the things you did too. You pointed at a monster just to cover all your crimes. Surviving one man was a star. Surviving lies, change the times. Surviving lies, yeah, I'm staring in your eyes. You look straight into the truth, like you dressed it in disguise. You wanna write my story, you forgot I hold the pen. Surviving one, just beginning. Surviving life.
So it's just funny that the biggest point that I had all these years creating my content is that we knew there was going to be a storm when it came to all those allegations against R. Kelly. And it would have been nice if the supporters were able to change the narrative however they saw fit, whether it was continuing to pump his music, continuing to put out good information about him. But people like me, we had to come in and do some research. We had to get an understanding to what we were seeing playing out because these people came out to deliver a reckoning to R. Kelly. But the major emphasis in my commentary, in my content, was one simple thing: it was the hypocrisy for me, because I didn't have to dive all into his case, dive all into his personal affairs to present my commentary to my audience that was going to be consistent from 2019 to 2022 to 2026. All of my views are going to be the same. And to prove that point and to also debunk the lies that people are running with now, giving themselves the impression that they are more important to prima donna than they actually are. Let me remind you, I didn't need these people out here capping on YouTube to build content at all. Now I've been watching people's reactions, seeing that Cardi B has went back to her man, her man, her man. And it's very funny to me considering if you know anything about Cardi B, she will exploit the hell out of whatever situation she's going through. She will do what's necessary to protect her brand, and she still will come back and do exactly what it is she wants to do. Now, the ones that are sitting here passing judgment over what she chooses to do with her free will are the same type of women who will sit up and play these games with these men, be arguing with other women every weekend when they out here creeping and confused why some women have just accepted the fact that some men are going to do what they want to do, and you can accept it or you can just move on. But hey, these are the same type of women that glorify these Me Too allegations that we saw emerge years ago and confused why, again, my position is clear. If people choose to participate in certain lifestyles, who am I to judge? That comes to people like Neo, who had so much to say about R. Kelly because these people have exploited the information and manipulated the information and manipulated the narrative to present him as the manipulated age associated with certain characters presented of lifestyles while people confuse going on during, like I just said. It looks very hypocritical from the outside looking in to put all this focus trying to target R. Kelly and skip that a real reckoning within the industry is way overdue, especially when there's a difference between those who abuse their so called authority, those who actively participate in certain lifestyles, and individuals who have been victimized for real and not just feel some type of way when they went along with certain lifestyles and now they're mad. But just listen to what I delivered years ago that a lot of people didn't catch as they tried to dismiss the message within the videos because they want to sit out here and play these goofy ass games, and that's their prerogative. But when it comes to my content, you're going to have to clock in and catch the message.
It's very comical how fickle these industry people are, and how one minute the very things that they will be so judgmental about, you'll see them participating in. Many people are starting to embrace this polyamorous lifestyle, but when it came to certain allegations and certain claims being thrown around, we saw how quickly a lot of people started to backtrack, and the same ones that were frontline talking about some new R. Kelly got put in their own set of allegations. And now we see artists saying the exact same thing that I said 5+ years ago when it comes to quietly allowing them to try to mute a king.
Get the bag. Get the bag. Y'all niggas know what it is. You know we get the bag.
ACT, did you see this?
If it ain't official Dana J, Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it. Take the time.
Now, a little while back when I saw one of Neo's baby mamas exposing him and referring to him as Diddy Jr., I had to reflect on all of the things that I said all those years back when it came to R. Kelly and all of the allegations and inside jokes people were getting on platforms spreading around, and started to look a little crazy when things started to turn criminal for R. Kelly, and all of these people start to gravitate and add fuel to the fire instead of applying a little common sense. Now, it didn't take a genius to recognize that, as I said, a lot of these allegations would affect the industry as a whole, considering majority of these people participate in the same things and have these personal vendettas in the background that fuel them to come out here and speak on certain topics at a turn. But it doesn't change the fact that, as I stated, they participate in similar activities. So when it comes to embracing this polyamorous lifestyle and skip what we just witnessed and how these people manipulated the slave law, the Mann Act, etc., then embellished a lot of these so-called Jane Does, it should be a no-brainer as to why people are backtracking from their original statements and embracing the same lifestyle they once frowned upon. Now, I ain't gonna lie, many of us probably heard the same rumors about Neo being a little sweet, so it would be no surprise that he's flaunting all these women around. But like I said, it was a problem when it was R. Kelly and all of these past groupies and ex-flames came out here with their dramatized stories, embellished a lot of these things that they want to use as criminal and predatory behaviors. And as I said, skip how this can apply to the whole entire industry if we want to manipulate this abuse of authority mantra. The major difference is when it comes to Neo, he didn't have a Jen Goddess or a Cash Jones or anybody out here trying to profit off of these embellished stories. You didn't have a gang of individuals clicking up, conspiring on how to fictionalize these allegations they put on public display. And most importantly, you didn't have individuals plotting on this janky-ass docuseries with Homeland Security watching, building a case, soliciting fake-ass victims, presenting janky-ass information to the grand jury, and obviously building a corrupt case. The point I'm making with this video is very clear. With all of the information that I've received regarding these allegations that people in the industry claims everybody knew about, it's very obvious that you could see a lot of janky business behind the scenes that may have contributed to a lot of people feeling some type of way. But at the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. And now that we're seeing the domino effects with all these allegations within the industry, it's a no-brainer why we see some of these celebrities switching their tunes. So when it comes to Neo, for example, who you can go back and see had a lawsuit against R. Kelly because of this and that, clearly he had a motivating grudge behind his feelings. But did that change the fact that, as I said, a lot of people should have gave this man reasonable doubt, should have gave this man his due process instead of fueling the fire that led to his conviction? So just my opinion, it's cool for these artists to come out here like Neo and say we should separate the man from the music now, even though that was one of my first points when they start saying mute R. Kelly. Clearly, a more relevant topic would be, now that we have watched all of the destruction these rumors and allegations being put on these public platforms can cause, when you have overzealous prosecutors trying to make a name for themselves, what can be done now? How many people are going to stand on business and keep demanding for a pardon for Robert Kelly? Yeah, it's cute to say separate the man from the music now. Yeah, it's cute to keep saying, yeah, I still play R. Kelly. But when it comes to right and wrong and demanding justice, as so many people proclaim they're all about, who's going to really stand up and keep pushing the issue for a pardon, considering we see how the courts do not want to show their hands and tell the people how they played along with some of these janitors, knowing they were violating this man's rights.
Now, after hearing that first video, when you listen to me speak and you hear my commentary, do you think my primary focus is to over centralize all the YouTube bullcrap that took precedence over people coming out here just delivering commentary? I knew after all the smoke clears, narratives would begin to change. So, like I said 6-7 years ago, don't you think it would have been beneficial for all the people out here advocating or supporting R. Kelly to come out here and be more mindset in delivering their own unique commentary? But what tended to happen was people like to collaborate, fall out, put all the stuff on the internet, and catch amnesia until they start seeing screenshots, and then they want to start lying and making it seem like in their delusional minds that the things they had going on was my focal point being on YouTube. Clearly, I came to give messages within each and every video that I dropped. So we're going to go on to the next video. And this video was from 3 years ago. This video had many different points that people could have gave reactions, gave thoughts, even added to the conversation that I was bringing forth, instead of all the bullcrap that we begin to consistently see amongst these people. Just watch this.
A lot of information that I provided about the topic of Robert Kelly was overshadowed by a lot of foolishness. And people overlooked how I pointed out people like Dream Hampton and Tamara Simmons used individuals that they felt had issues with Robert Kelly personally and tried to build these narratives around their personal feelings about him. So just imagine when those who may have had issues with him in the past see all this pile up going on now and see what's really going on.
A million motherfuckers hate me, or 40 billion motherfuckers loving me.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna take this musical shit and I'm gonna inject these motherfuckers with this musical, beautiful motherfucking shit.
No, don't do that. I can't afford no more kids.
No. No.
Now let's park you because you said what it is. Angela, I hope I ain't mess your name up, Angela. Because like I said, when I put my visuals out here, it's because I want y'all to see what I'm thinking about. So when it came to these people perpetuating these narratives, let's look at what's on the screen. These people went to Lifetime Network. They got some of these exclusive clips put in their documentary, right? But somehow they weren't able to get R. Kelly's input in the documentary. You don't find that weird? When these people come out here spreading that Pied Piper narrative from a fairy tale, when I start to look at how all of this stuff begins to unravel, all the magazines that were glorifying this man during the pivot of these accusations that they claim everybody knew. When they can go to a website, not a website, a network like Lifetime, and they could be under the same conglomerate with Disney, for example. And we all heard all the allegations surrounding Disney, but we can entertain the black folk focusing on R. Kelly. And now all of a sudden, when they start talking about this Epstein list and all that shit that was going on, people start connecting dots, right? This is all that I'm thinking about and what I'm painting in these series of images. But if you want to look at what I present with a dismissive approach, of course you ain't going to understand. Of course you ain't going to try to even entertain real talking points. Of course you ain't going to come to me directly with some common sense and knowing I ain't got no problem breaking down any of my receipts or going back on any of my commentary to elaborate my points in case you missed them, because they're always going to be the same, okay? Now, when they can get these exclusive images put in Surviving R. Kelly, they can go get these people who they say were enablers. They could go to the media and say, we're going to prosecute all the enablers. We're going to bring them to justice. I'm not going to rest until da-da-da-da-da. And the way they had to facilitate their conviction is by using individuals they should have prosecuted, right? Wouldn't that make sense to people with logic? Why would I feel like I need to tamper or deal with witnesses in order to apply this common sense? Because people that was on these platforms were doing the most and then getting overly offended because the common sense here is telling y'all, I don't need to go show this motherfucker my nipples. I don't need to go over there and do this, and that. I don't need to listen to Crackpot over there. I don't need none of this shit y'all bringing to me. But when I say that shit, everybody want to get mad. Everybody want to get mad. Okay, be mad.
I am handcuffed. Like a lot of you motherfuckers, I'm handcuffed by my destiny. It's too late. They should have did this shit 30 years ago. It's too late. The music has been injected into the world. Okay? I hired my motherfucking self. I want to propose a toast.
You see how they framed that part? They framed a specific part. It's too late. They should have came such and such years ago. That was the dramatic shit. So when I talk to people who are on this platform who don't recognize the tricks that the entertainment industry will play with the sob music, the crocodile tears, the editing, and then you got the participants coming out here saying, oh, my story was edited. Oh, this was manipulated. Oh, I didn't know it was going to go this far. But now they backs against the wall, and now you're pressured into sticking to these stories, whether it's because you gonna be prosecuted yourself or whatever the case may be. Either way, I couldn't even have simple conversations with people on that note because everybody want to have a conversation revolving around the man being guilty, including some supporters that want to sit out here and play dumb now. Okay? They want to sit here and panel up. What the hell?
To all the strong motherfuckers in here right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Motherfuckers like you is why I still continue to do what I do.
Kelly, with you? What?
ACT, you see this?
Look, if it ain't official Dana J, Levi for Kelly, Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it. Look, you got some.
Even with subtle stuff like that, people be acting like just because I decide I'm gonna take a step back from shit that's going on, that I gotta come out here and bash or try to expose. That ain't how shit goes. If I see some shit people are out here doing and I were once in agreement with certain things, and let's just hypothetically say I came to encounter people through Dana, for example, and up until I see flaws within some shit going on, I'm gonna sit back and just watch shit play out. When people notice how I changed that little part right there, I didn't need to come out here going at nobody or nothing. It's just the fact of I wanted to edit that intro so that the people know that whatever was going on at that time, I wasn't rocking with. But clearly, this video was from 3 years ago when a lot of people were still cool and cordial until we saw all this other extra falling out going on in between. Just putting that out there for the people who are going to see this playback, okay?
Wait. All right, hurry up. Diesel, them here, everybody here. We waiting on you.
When people speak on the topic, they don't want to talk about how these producers put these people up on these platforms, knowing very well they were full of shit. And
pause right there. Receipt. How the hell do we skip around that the person who produced Surviving R. Kelly, who put the camera in front of these people's face, also came out here exposing the same people? So when I'm putting this shit together and I'm demonstrating why I don't believe nothing that was in Surviving R. Kelly, I don't believe none of these participants, and I damn sure wasn't gonna be running around with their motherfucking ass on YouTube because people want to sit around and act like they just know so motherfucking much, got all the fucking information, but sitting out here looking crazy as hell. They wanted to put all this shit out, then delete all the shit, and then act brand fucking new. That's how they thought that was gonna go. You ask me, my perception.
then they got on social media and exposed each other whenever they got in their feelings about things being said. Therefore, when I watch these people coming to YouTube, giving their interviews, telling their stories, people bypass the common sense and why I wasn't interested in mixing and mingling with certain individuals as I saw where this was going clearly. It also doesn't take a genius to recognize a lot of these people feel the.
Ain't that crazy? I just said the same shit today. 3 years ago, I said the same shit. The goofballs on these platforms keep saying, "Oh, prima donnas keep being repetitive." Cause how many times do I got to say the same shit and watch people try to distort what the fuck I just said? Even with Flower Pot over there, oh, my name and my likeness, I've been lied on for 7 years. Girl, you've been on this platform lying on every motherfucking body. Hang that shit the fuck up. The only time you see people images like you see now is because of the storylines or information about them is included in there. I ain't just putting up people fucking image and shit like that just for the hell of it. So like you could see on this demonstration, people were coming out here fueling the shit that was being put in paperwork, especially when it came to the whole Aaliyah situation. Y'all would rather entertain a sexual relationship, which the man is not even being charged with talking about the goddamn bribery charge. And that's but the most infuriating shit ever when every time I get on here to talk about the marriage certificate, all people want to misdirect and do all this goofy shit and bring in shit that ain't got shit to do with shit. The charge was bribery. We know Demetrius Smith allegedly was supposed to be the briber. We don't know who the hell was bribed. We don't have evidence that a bribe occurred. So when I come to those foundational points in my commentary, these people don't want to pick up there. They want to keep coming out here. Kip said this. Kip said this. Kip, prima donna, Dana. Man, get the fuck up out of here with this shit. This shit crazy as fuck. Crazy. People forget. The same way that the BBC was launching their little slander campaign, a guy by the name of Rocky Bibbins being on there talking about this whole so-called marriage ceremony. So then when people came to YouTube and shit, they want to skip by how individuals were being brought out here as the quote unquote social media influencers. So when shit started going left between the people they want to put in position to do this, that, and the other, I just sit out here and watch this shit unfold and be like, I told y'all motherfuckers. See, y'all don't ever want to listen to me. When I said the shit in real time, everybody was like, fuck what I'm talking about. I got this person and no R. Kelly on my platform. Fuck prima donna. So motherfuck you then. What the fuck is you mad at me today for? Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
I watch these people coming to YouTube, giving their interviews, telling their stories. People bypass the common sense and why I wasn't interested in mixing and mingling with certain individuals as I saw where this was going clearly. It also doesn't take a genius to recognize a lot of these people.
Now, how many of y'all remember when them damn Olsen twins got over there on the platform, Phaser's platform, talking about this person, Beverly? That ain't the girl name. The girl name, well, she went by Birdie. But I don't know if that was an intentional slip up of the name or whether she deliberately said that name, because again, a lot of these people weren't doing their research. So when I start bringing out these characters that were associated with shit that was in R. Kelly's way past, they out here looking like, damn, how the fuck she know that? How the fuck she get that? Bitch, because I can read. I've been sitting here pointing out the articles, everything that I went and sourced, I put on display so that people can go look it up they motherfucking self. Add to the commentary, add to the conversation. I ain't got to get on your platform. You ain't got to get on my platform. But when it came to the information, obviously they didn't give a fuck. You're going to get these people out here helping the prosecutors build their case, corroborating the bad act witnesses, corroborating some other janky shit, and then we're going to laugh at crazy people out here mocking me for keep saying it need to be reinvestigated, and I'm going to stand on it.
Feel the way they feel about Robert Kelly because of these stories that have been put out here on these platforms. Therefore, when I saw them emerging in these indictments, my position became very clear. It was just certain individuals that I was not going to deal with regardless of how a group of individuals felt about others. When I'm pointing out to you all of the janky ass behaviors and information being distributed through these platforms that make Robert Kelly look guilty, as all these janky ass people involve themselves in fraud. Common sense. I'm not coming out in the midst of a RICO talking about money, money, money. I'm not coming out in the midst of a RICO talking about putting music over here, putting music over there, and doing all this other janky ass shit. And definitely, I don't have to try to threaten and coerce individuals to attack individuals on these platforms because I'm slow. And we all know I said what the fuck I said. So as I continue to watch all these people try to put me into bullshit, then
now let's just stop, because y'all know, if y'all peep my last few lives, Flower Pot done tried to come in and piggyback off of all this same shit that we see on display right here. Isn't that a fucking gag that they just keep pushing the same tired ass, lying ass narratives? Kip did this, Kip did this, Kip testified at the grand jury. Kip wouldn't testify for the defense. Bitch, if you said he testified for the grand jury, for the prosecutors, how the fuck does it make sense to then turn around and come say he wouldn't testify for the defense? Like, all this dizzy ass, stupid ass conversation that they brought on these platforms is stupid as hell. When again, they get mad when they see all the shit they did, because they just wanted to just fade away. We just gonna act like nothing, when all they had to do was come out here and talk about the charges, talk about the motherfucking articles that was coming out, all the media stories, all that shit. That could have been the focal point right there. But to sit here and play all in the case, play with them attorneys, play with the witnesses, and confuse why I'm gonna be the first one. Yes, yes, yes. Investigate everybody, and the only people that would feel away are people that know good and goddamn well what the fuck they was out here doing, because I ain't make no accusations, because I keep saying shit janky and that make them mad. Every time I say it's janky, they want to get mad, because I rather say it's janky, they're dumb, this is stupid. I'd rather say that than come out here like they doing, just lying for no fucking reason. Now Flower Pot over there mad, talking about I got the whole community calling her Flower Pot. I didn't know my motherfucking voice was that strong, bitch. I thought you had it all. I thought you was the motherfucking goat around this bitch, talking about you the goat whisperer. But bitch, you don't know I'm the goat. I'm the motherfucking goat slayer. Fuck you talking about, goat whisperer. The fuck out of here.
Keep trying to watch my platform to get ahead of the information I'm giving you, it became clear as day the information I told you long ago, and why I didn't trust none of these janky ass people that call themselves part of Robert Kelly's entourage, inner circle, or whatever you want to call them. But don't take it from me, because many people have came out and said the exact same things that I'm telling you right now.
R. Kelly on tour, Prince on tour. And I used to be backstage. I used to watch mothers tell their daughters to take off their underwear.
Now, watch this. Now, I guess she talking about I stole her work, because she posted this shit. I screenshot the shit. Again, she sat out here and want to do all this barking orders and shit that only work with the super fans and the dummies. She want to get mad and be on the defense and attack people who won't go along with her goofy shit, which is what y'all see her start to do when I said something about that inmate and them interviews and shit. And this the same fucking cycle we keep seeing. But let me back this up real quick, because again, they be acting slow, like they don't be knowing the shit they be sending me, and or their allies have sent me. They let me know they some fraud ass motherfuckers.
Same things that I'm telling you right now.
And R. Kelly on tour, Prince on tour. And I used to be backstage.
Right here. Now, how in the entire fuck would Prima Donna get R. Kelly's goddamn passport? This motherfucking people sending me a bank account they say had money, millions of dollars in it. All this fraud ass shit was going on. People were out here looking up Don Russell mama, but then all of a sudden when shit started hitting the fan, all of a sudden they want to wipe their hands and act like they don't know what the fuck going on, while other goofy ass motherfuckers that they want to source from time to time want to sit here and keep questioning me about Don Russell. You should ask the motherfuckers that you over there buddy with who was doxing him and his mammy. Don't you think that would be more logical than getting mad because y'all sent me the shit? When I see the motherfucker on the damn news with that goofy shit, and then he comes to YouTube, who the fuck made these people run around Don the Muscle, and get overly offended that y'all can believe that shit if you wanted to, but when it came to my content and the information I put out, I was not going to be running with none of his narratives. I was not going to be dealing with nobody out here trying to push his bullshit. And furthermore, if I was aware that you was dealing with him, fuck what you talking about. The hell? This is what I'm saying, Gemini. They throw rocks and hide their hands because make it make sense. You, the crackpot, if y'all recall, Dumbo was over there threatening her stupid ass when she was hiding in the motherfucking boat docks and shit. He was sitting there making videos about her and shit. So I don't know what kind of weird ass shit going on. That's why I don't do a lot of speculating, because this shit is crazy as fuck to me. Flower Pot is Sharon Wimbush. Sharon Wimbush, the strategist. The one over there on Facebook now, she trying to rebrand herself as this expert strategist, right? But it's mighty fucking funny. You're such a great strategist, but none of your strategies over here with the super fans worked. And a motherfucker wasn't going to be strategizing shit on my motherfucking channel. Okay?
I used to watch mothers tell their daughters to take off their underwear.
Wow.
I've seen this, and you mean to tell me they're not held accountable? The parents are not? As Mr. Cosby say, the revolution starts in the home, right?
Yes, sir.
And so it was those things what I wanted to do for him. And I was in a train station last year, and his cousin Keith called me, and I recommended attorney.
Y'all heard the name he just said? His cousin Keith. I thought Keith was the money man, aka the best friend. So is Keith the best friend of the cousin? And number two, when you see a screenshot like this, common sense would tell them people that read the same paperwork that I read, you would know that Michael Williams, whom was Cass Jones' cousin, whom we already clarified didn't know R. Kelly, but obviously he knew somebody affiliated with R. Kelly. And who do you see on the screen that was mentioned in his paperwork? Individual number two. Individual number two. Who came out here and clarified that shit? Nobody. They want to worry about my motherfucking screenshots. You could have came out here and read the paperwork, motherfucker. You could have came out here and told these people what's going on. But why the fuck do you want to sit here and wait on Prima Donna or Dana to say some shit so you can come out here and try to discredit it and wonder why half the time we gonna say some shit and make y'all motherfucking ass come out here and look stupid just cause. Cause this shit crazy as fuck to sit here and be aware. Like the average people, they don't know how a lot of this YouTube shit bled on into R. Kelly's case. They don't know that. They didn't watch what we watched. They watched the news. They watched the way it was covered on those major media outlet platforms. So when it came to us select people, we didn't have to be fake united to push the same agenda, and the same agenda would be debunking the lies about R. Kelly, right? Not adding to them. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? What's up, Kels Gal? Everybody else? I'm sorry, I'm trying to stay on point because I know Dana gonna be going live tonight, so I'm trying to hurry up and get this content in because, like I told y'all, I gotta revamp my whole channel and put commentary on it for the people who want my commentary so bad. I'm gonna give it to you.
His cousin Keith called me, and I recommended attorney Jennifer Bongine. And she told me she was talking to them, and she's our attorney. And I said, well, Keith is the one that has the means and resources to pay you. And I connected them on a text message, and that's how she got involved. Okay. And I've always told them I didn't want a dime. Now I did tell Keith when we talked, and I want to put the truth and facts out here. I don't believe in hiding anything behind the door. So when people come back at your show, I want them to, and they make whatever comments, I want to put it all out here. I don't do halfway stories because this is not a halfway house show. So this is the real, I do the real stories, and I stick with the truth and the facts, man. And one thing I said to him, I said, look, it would cost, you would have to pay me something because I would have to travel. I would have to do this. I would have to, expenses. And because it gets expensive when you go live in a city. You have to go live in a hotel. You have to do this. You have to develop relationships. You have to be out here working in public. You got to, part of doing what I do, I have to be in the streets.
Now, clearly, when people misconstrue what I be saying, as far as these people who came to YouTube soliciting certain people to do this and do that, you hire people to deal with your public persona. You hire people to deal with things like this. But they came out with this janky ass crisis manager and then wanted to skip around an extra charge that he contributed to. Meanwhile, you got somebody like Andrew Wyatt, who was clearly saying he would have did the job, but he needed some funds. He said Keith, whether he's the cousin or the goddamn best friend, he was the one with the money and the means to pay. So if he was the one with the money and the means to pay, can some fucking body explain to me why it was even necessary for people to come with all this fucking fundraising on this internet and confuse why I said they knew just like I knew it was going to be a problem. It was going to be a problem. But guess what? People going to do what they going to do. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I ain't going to change what I'm going to say. And it is what it is.
Okay, I got to go in the hood because I know what the street committee, they're the ones that know any and everything. They're the ones that could possibly be on these juries. They could be potential jurors. And their minds are already tainted. So now I got to go hang out in whatever spot I need to hang out at. I don't care how rough it is. Look, I tell everybody one thing I don't fear is my people.
Yes.
I'm careful and I understand, but I don't fear my people.
That's right.
And when you don't fear your people, that gives you a certain amount of respect where you could go into certain hoods and everybody be like, oh, you here? It's like you hanging out on the corner at the White House, get some subs. A guy came up to me, are you serious? Like, look, I'm just a regular guy, regular dude. And they didn't understand that aspect of it, of that I would have to go and tell his story. So when TMZ caught me in Beverly Hills last year, when he was when Robert was found guilty, and they said, what do you think? I said, well, he was railroaded. He was, because how do you take a RICO law?
Right.
Now, a RICO law, this law was passed in 1970 by Congress to take down crime families.
Exactly.
Okay, now you're gonna take it into sex trafficking?
Ain't that what I've been saying? But we had Flower Pot get over there on the news, True Crime TV, talking about there was an enterprise. I have documented proof. These people brought underage girls around. The fuck up out of here with that goofy ass shit. You want to say somebody slandered you? Man, stop playing with me. But these the people they wanted to trust. These the sources they wanted to run with. Prima don't know shit. Prima ain't got no common sense when it came to the shit that I saw playing out for myself. And you'd be crazy to confuse why I don't take third-hand information and present it as my own just because they distort why I screenshot and record some of the movements they were participating in.
What up,
What's up, Miss Lady T?
What up, prima
How
donna?
you
What you
doing?
doing?
Same thing.
Yeah, I heard they say they take you to court.
Like they gonna have to take me to court because
and,
I'd
and don't
love
you
to
know?
countersue them.
Don't you know they try to get their burner phones together and burner computers? That's not gonna work because all that stuff can be traced back.
That's what I'm saying. Like they slow as fuck when it comes to this technology. Like you on her playing with all this shit that leaves digital
Cause
footprints.
they
They don't
they
need
don't
your
think.
phone. They don't need the device. They don't need the actual shit you over here playing on, nigga. They can go get them files and them accounts though. Fuck you thought.
Like you said last night. They say they got, like you said last night, they try to call in on you. They say they got every information. They try to call CPS on you, and they say if they call again, somebody going to jail.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be waiting. I'm gonna be waiting. I'm gonna be waiting.
Mm. Yeah, girl.
What they gonna lock me? What's gonna be my charge? What's gonna be my charge?
Talking shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking cash money shit. I'm talking cash money shit. They gonna have to lock my motherfucking ass up. And then guess
Girl.
what? I'm gonna get back out and get back to talking shit, ho. What you talking about? What
That's
you
just
talking
like Friday. We tell me shut. Do you want to tell me shut the fuck up? I shut the fuck up when you leave. I talk again.
What you said?
When Debo taught me to we tell me shut the fuck up, I shut the fuck up. We leave, I talk again.
Right. Who they think they
On
scaring though?
Friday, Chris Tucker.
Right. Funny to me. Funny to me.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot going on. Like I said, Kim, I
Then
think she got something.
somebody sent me the crackpot flower pot. She got a Facebook page over there that she been running the same shit she been running over here. I posted the post that I seen talking about they been using my likeness and lying on me for 7 years and I'm putting cases on all you. Man, put them cases down then, bitch. What is you talking about? Now you trying to be Levi? I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Get your motherfucking stupid ass.
Try to be
Y'all
like
can't be
Denzel
original.
Washington.
But Levi used to say it all the time too. That's what I'm saying. These hoes can't be original for nothing. Like they have an identity crisis around this bitch. What's wrong with her? I know she mad. That's why she over there generating them new pictures and shit. Bitch, you know damn well you about 60, 70 years old by now. If you would be the real motherfucking Sharon Winbush, get the fuck up out of here.
If I man, do you got a hearing coming up this week or next week?
Yeah, the 13th. It's we waiting to see some paperwork put in. That's what I'm saying. You know, it's always around information
around this time. We
I'm
got to
telling
hear
you,
it
it's always. It's like clockwork. They got to sit here and just stall and buy time, and it just seemed like to me, my perception, they just keep sending motherfuckers out. Hey, your turn. You go. Hey, your turn. God damn, she just dismissed you too. Come on, we gotta get our shit together.
Every time when a hearing something come out, here they come
with the stupid shit. But they had all the information to free R. Kelly though. Why? What you mad at me for? Cause y'all, where y'all information at?
Stephanie say,
yeah,
wow, CPS really?
Yeah, they done sent them. They done been to my house before. That's what I'm telling y'all. They get on here and they be trying to incite. You know that's a crime, right? Why you talking about lawsuits and shit, ho? You know it's a crime to get on these platforms and try to incite people to make false reports, right? And you know record you doing that, it's gonna be on the record books, right, bitch? Even
It's
if you
already on record.
right, so even if you don't do it yourself and you sending out flunkies, I'm recording your ass say the shit. I just want you to know when you take your stupid ass and think you're gonna put charges or cases on anybody, bitch. Just letting you know it's not gonna work for you.
Mm-mm.
Who is this? Peoples Hernandez. What's up?
Yeah, girl.
Peoples Hernandez. Who is this?
Her name. Unless is something wrong with my background?
Hello, Peoples Hernandez. You got to unmute. Oh wow. Says girls, some of those super fans used to swear that I was sharing. They made a whole Facebook page with my pictures and they were threatening me and everything. Damn, do you look like the Sharon Wimbush? I ain't gonna say that woman over there because we don't know who that woman over there is, but do as far as the image of Sharon Wimbush, do you look like her or something? What that's what I be saying. They come out here and just be doing the most and lying and shit, and somehow they'll cook up. Prima Donna did it, Dana did it, bitch. You don't get the fuck up out of here with that shit.
Mm-mm.
Shit's stupid.
I wanna did Cardi B get back with her baby daddy?
Yeah, that's what the highlight of this whole thing, how I started the live, was basically because
Girl,
clearly people, a lot of these
you
women
could have
feel some
stayed
type of
with
way.
off. She could have stayed with Offset for that.
No, Offset broke. He going in debt, sitting out here gambling and shit.
Who
She
gambling?
tried to level up. And like I said, a lot of these Me Too broads, they feel some type of way because they sitting out here saying you should have left. Man, you the same type of women that lay up with a dude that lay up with you Monday through Thursday and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday he with his side bitch. So shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
I
Wait a
can't take these
minute.
people
Who got
serious.
a gambling? You be Offset got a gambling debt problem?
Hell yeah, that's why him and that dude got into it apparently because he owed him some money.
Oh, so that's why he got shot for that.
Well, I
Wow.
don't know why that the dude said that Offset identified him, but I don't really know. Like I said, when stuff
I
like
will
that
say
happens, I
so
don't know.
that's probably the reason why she probably left him because that gambling problem.
Yeah, that's what I said. She ain't trying to lose her assets and shit fucking with him.
Mm-mm. If you want to lose your money, that's you, but you ain't gonna lose mine.
Right.
That's the one thing I will leave you if you got gambling debts and stuff like that. And having people come to my house and talk about killing me, no. Mm-mm.
Right.
Mm-mm. I'm
But
good.
we know how Cardi is. We know how
Mm-hmm.
she is. She gonna monetize everything she do. She only gonna
I,
worry
now I
about
would have
protecting
got
her
back
brand.
with Stephen. I would have got back with him because
Hey, some people like being in that type of lifestyle. They cool with that.
now I hope there's a lesson learned from him, a lesson learned for him because out here messing with these women and you know they gonna lie, say you did this and did that.
See, that's my whole position when I hear these stories and stuff. Like, as a woman, of course, women need to wake up and stop doing all this. Oh, pick me, and then on the other hand, me too, me too. Stop that shit. And men, y'all need to stop thinking with y'all little head and start paying attention to what these people are doing out here. Because the same woman you could sit out here drinking with at the club one night, she could wake up in the morning and say you assaulted her. Cause motherfucker,
Mm-hmm.
y'all done got drunk, and she could say she wasn't in her right mind to consent, and shit could go
Mm-hmm.
left for you. Like in all that type of shit were the conversation pieces that I brought into my content that people don't like to focus on because I don't even know why. It's just stupid to me when I have conversation pieces in my commentary. Nobody focuses on that. But when they see some screenshots of shit that they did, everybody up in a roar. Get the fuck out of here. What's up, Ronell?
I mean, oh, so Queen Op now. What's up with Queen Op?
Child. I don't know if she trying to be the poster child for this second trimester abortion. I don't know what they got going on. I swear in between her over there. I'm sorry, y'all, for y'all. If y'all don't know Queen Op, okay, cool. But I was also finna say you've been watching Shamar and Albo and all them too.
Uh-huh.
Child, oh my God. See, this is the primary example why people need to be careful out here. These boys out here talking about this dude been knowing he had HIV and all these people out here sleeping with each other. So obviously when I see this type of shit, the first thing I think about is look at Kel's situation. They get all the way up in court. They can't even prove this man got herpes. They didn't introduce his medical records. They put a motherfucking janky ass doctor on the stand who admit he breaking the law, giving out damn prescriptions and shit for concert tickets. And we supposed to take his word as credible? Man, get the fuck up out of here. So he could get locked the fuck up and charged
and lose
with
his
exposure.
license.
Like, they didn't see what I'm saying though. That's my whole point when I be saying certain shit. They gave these people who broke the law a free pass to get on the stand and turn against R. Kelly. And the people who want to act like they want to conversate about the shit that was going on, they don't never want to highlight those points. Instead, they want to come out here, well, he had to have herpes. I'm not even finna entertain your conversation. I'm not. Because if you go back to the recording of Faith Rogers, remember when the police was trying to get her to go and then Tim Savage was like, yeah, her mama sent her back to get some more evidence. Why? Because she would have to prove that this man deliberately gave her herpes. But like I'm saying, because the man didn't have no fucking defense, didn't have people in there aggressively attacking that shit from the beginning. Then when you get to court and let the jury decide, hey, they gonna go with the crying ass gang of motherfuckers on the stand. What you thought?
Another thing, and you know what? A lot of these bloggers, they gonna end up now with if I can't get a new trial, some of these bloggers might have to show up on the stand.
They need to. Man, they need to. It's a lot of people that can account for shit. And that's another flaw with what they be trying to present with me. I can't tell nobody's story. I can't tell why they did this. I can't tell why they did that. I don't care why. I don't care who provoked it. I don't care about none of that. I'm just telling you this shit happened. Okay? That's where they get this shit twisted. Now, if they were sitting up here being real about the shit, oh, well, such and such told us it'd be a good idea to do this. See, now we getting somewhere. Let's get to the root to why all these people thought it was a great idea to insert themselves all in this man's shit. Because if it was centered around commentary, do you think it would have escalated to the point that it did? What's up, J Rock?
Hey, J Rock.
What up, Prima? What's good? What up, Miss Lady T?
Hello.
I was catching a little bit of the live and everything. Now, I'm going to bring something up here. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but we just had the Stephon Diggs trial. Just a few days ago.
Right.
Now, is it me? Or does it seem like the Stephon Diggs trial was an abbreviated version of R. Kelly's trial?
Right.
Because a lot of the stuff that went on in that trial really caught my attention. The way the accuser was on the stand, when you go through the transcript of R. Kelly's trial, that's how a lot of those same accusers were.
Right.
They were the exact same way. Judge had to talk to them, try to get them to be clear about their testimony. She had Ann Donnelly had more sidebars than her doggone in her damn trial and anything else. It was the exact same. It was just an abbreviated version. The only difference was because the mainstream media did not want to cover the defensive side as far as the cross examination. They didn't want to discuss the transcripts at all. And any type of momentum that R. Kelly was going to be built was quickly extinguished.
Right.
Not to mention the fact that also, if you take a look at the whole thing, the judge that Stephon Diggs had, if R. Kelly's judge was like that, R. Kelly would have either got a significantly lighter sentence or he would have been out by now or at home.
Right. Right. But again, you have people out here more focused on trying to monetize those transcripts instead of trying to break that shit down. And then where I get mad is because you want me to just come out here and do it while you watching these people out here defraud the people and act like they don't understand the points that I come from. If I read the same shit they read and I'm trying to give you a different perspective to it, I don't understand what the problem is.
I got you on that. And
no caller, how you doing?
Hi, Prima. Nice to see you too.
How you doing?
I'm trying to hang in there.
Who is this? This ain't no caller, ain't no name on here. Is this EJ? What happened?
I think you're on mute.
Anywho, yeah, that was my biggest. Hello?
Oh, go ahead, Prima.
Yeah, that was my biggest issue is when you look at all the sidebars that went into play, when you look at the fact that from my expectations, it was one thing to try to poke holes in the accuser's statements, right? But from my perspective, if the people had all the information, you would present those defense strategies in court, right?
Yep, right.
Even if you exclude the sidebars, even if you exclude how Donnelly was maneuvering the procedure, I mean the proceedings, if you look at what did the defense offer, people get mad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get that shit. Because when I tell the people what the game plan was these people act like they didn't have to come in there and prove shit. They feel like they could just go in there. He's the king of R&B. Nigga, do you see what they charging this man with?
Well, like Andrew Wyatt said, the RICO charge was established by Congress in 1970.
Mm-hmm.
It was to bring down crime families, mafias, and militias.
Right.
This was not designed to bring down an entertainers to that level.
So when you think about how they was reading the transcripts, at what point in time did you see the defense come in with case laws, the same shit they wanted me to come on my platform quoting? How many times did you see the defense go in there with case laws? Hey, this ain't right because of this law, this law, this law.
Yeah, it was a few times, but I tell you what, like we told people a long time ago, you were already playing a game with a fixed deck from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And people talk, and I think it's real funny how people say, "How you gonna get up there and say he was said or he got?" And then let's not even get into some certain people that were involved in this. Like we could throw a name. Oh, I don't know. Let's throw out a name out. Gerald Griggs.
Mm-hmm.
The same Gerald Griggs who's aligned with the NAACP. This is why I keep telling people. I'm like, it's bad enough when you got people out against you, but when it's your own people out and are actively involved in the frame up, it makes it a lot worse.
Facts.
Crabs in the barrel. That's all that
Facts.
is.
You know, I made a post about him months ago, right around the last time we saw Tim Savage them out here. I shared one of his videos and I made my post and I was like, that's cap. I don't know if people saw that or not, but I said, that's cap. That's all I said. All of a sudden, this motherfucker jump in the comments. He going back and forth with me talking about all the shit that fueled why the man was charged and nothing about how he knew damn well he was in public domains lying, facilitating this narrative that he was targeting minors. He forget that he got out here and helped these people structure these charges in a way. But at the end of the day, he also knew how they fueled all of the propaganda. He knows that.
Right.
So why do these people gravitate toward these channels like mine? And then they think that because they out here watching, we supposed to censor what we say.
Right. And let's not forget about the fact that he was one of the co-founders, if not the founder, of Mute R. Kelly, which means you trying to profit off this man's name in the middle of all this.
You know something else? You want to know something else? He had some other type of nonprofit with the Kenyatta Barnes chick. So that's what I'm saying. They established all these shell companies, in my opinion, to solicit funds under these nonprofits. See what I'm saying? All these people doing janky ass shit. But some reason when I say that, the super fans and stuff out here, they always assume I'm talking about them when initially who I'm talking about. I'm talking about these people who funneled all this money to perpetuate Surviving R. Kelly, all these interviews, all that shit they did.
Yep. And what's really ironic is the fact Gerald Griggs is a civil rights attorney. Mm-hmm. How ironic that a civil rights attorney is going to obstruct and help and help really obstruct the civil rights of an innocent black man in the process.
Right. Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy.
And see, if you notice, when they made that move, the two places that they went to, it went to the NAACP and the church. The two places where he could have got support. Mm-hmm. And cut off both avenues.
Strategic.
Yeah. People ain't never thought about that. Well,
and somebody brought up the good point in how his assets were frozen in the beginning. So like I said, I can understand why certain people thought that they needed to do this and do that when it came to the fundraising. But again, if R. Kelly himself ain't came out and confirmed you wasn't gonna have me confirm nothing. The only thing I confirmed was what the attorneys confirmed. When they sitting here telling me that he had limited resource, when I was saying stuff like, why don't they get a forensic specialist? Why don't they do this? I had all the questions I be asking people, they want to play me to the left. And then when I just come out here and stand on my thought process in uncovering my work, they get mad.
Yeah, I think the reason why some people get mad at you about it is because you don't stop at a certain level. Mm-mm. You keep digging.
Right.
And then once you keep digging, the more you dig, the more interesting shit that you find out along the way. That's why I went back and forth with a woman on Facebook one time about this. Needless to say, because what I forgot what topic it was, but she kept posting stuff on Google in regards to the marriage certificate, this, that, and the third, and some of the quotes from Surviving R. Kelly. I jumped in. I was like, especially talking about the marriage certificate, I said that's the biggest lie ever told in regards to R. Kelly, and she kept posting that and post some other stuff. And then I asked her a question. I was like, well, since you seem to know so much, why didn't you or anybody else tell us that Aaliyah had filed a lawsuit against Cook County regarding that fake ass marriage to begin with?
Big facts.
Oh,
Right.
she did. Oh, she did not want to answer. She did not want to address that question. She kept posting up some other stuff. I was like, I see you still haven't answered my question. I'm gonna ask you again. Why didn't you or anybody else acknowledge the fact that Aaliyah had actually filed a lawsuit against Cook County for this marriage? And then she comes up and talk about, so you mean to tell me R. Kelly arranged a fake marriage? I'm like, if you got all that, damn, you can't be this slow. So I say what I
That's my
did.
real question.
Yeah. So what I did was I brought up the incident that happened in Lafayette, Louisiana, and the fact about that. And then once I brought that up and the details behind it, how he had a completely different legal issue and he wasn't now chasing no minors because he was dealing with that issue. And at the end, I told her like T.I. told 50, I said, you got the right one. And needless to say, she did not respond to me after that.
Right. Right. See, that's all been my point. When you hit people with facts and start to break that veil of what they think they know, what can they say? They get quiet. They don't know how to come back from that. They have been beaten and conditioned. He was on this tape. He married Aaliyah. I'm telling you, them were the biggest things that I said. I'm determined to get to the bottom of that shit in my head before I proceed to do my research. Because those were the 2 points that people will sit here and say, if correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe my experience is different than yours. But when I talk to people in the real world about it, they'll specifically say, I don't think R. Kelly did any of this new shit, but he did that old shit.
Prima, you are absolutely right. Because
Tell me, that's what I'm saying.
Me and my best friend, we talked about this all the time. I said the 2 things that have been dogging R. Kelly for years is the marriage certificate and the sex tape.
Facts.
You kill those 2 narratives, you ain't got nothing left. You ain't got nothing else.
Facts. And that's what I did in my own way. And whether people picked up on it or not, it's their business. Even Big Vi, he the one who brought me the lawsuit, and I don't know where he got it from, but I'm just crediting him because he gave it to me. But like I said, it was a lot of us in behind the scenes passing valuable information that could have been the focal point.
And you know what other thing? It's funny. Some of the information you find, some of the things that you research, you start seeing that certain information and certain stuff you would research and pull up, it started to disappear from the internet.
There we go. Now you see why I started recording and screenshotting, because I knew that I witnessed it happening.
I did too. That incident in Lafayette, MTV had the article on their website.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they took it down. But thanks to a couple other people I know, I was able to track it down, and I was able to retrieve it. So now in the article they said it happened a different year. I believe it happened in 94. They said in the article it happened in 96. Either way, why would MTV feel the need to take it down anyway?
Right. And you know something else? Another incident that I came up around the same time this marriage certificate was supposed to be in play. It was this woman that allegedly was assaulted by this bodyguard that used to work for R. Kelly. What was his name? Tyree or some shit like that. I can't remember
about that.
But either way it go, I'm gonna find that article and repost it. But yeah, like that shaped my theory that a lot of stuff that was happening ain't necessarily at the hands of R. Kelly.
No, and the ones that have been doing the most dirt, they just been letting them slide on by.
Right.
Letting them slide on by. Demetrius Smith, like our favorite dynamic duo, Chuck and Keith.
Right.
all these dudes have been doing all this dirt, all this scandalous stuff on the low. Lisa Van Allen, Lord have mercy, all the lies she done told. Oh, I'm sorry, I need to bring up this other point. We do realize now that Jada Pinkett had also lied on R. Kelly too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. She the worst person. That's what killed me though. The worst people had something to say when she needed to worry about all them little boys and shit she was dealing with.
Mm-hmm. Now, but check it out. And I got to give
Let's not forget.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go right ahead.
Let's not forget. Let's not forget they was playing R. Kelly's music in two of her movies.
I just
Menace to
Yep.
Society, a low down dirty shame.
Yep.
And Justice League.
Yep. Menace to Society, Low Down Dirty Shame, and
Jason's
Ali.
League. Yeah, and Jason's League.
Yeah, and here's the funny part. Shout out to like Prima shout out Big Vi. I'm gonna shout out Big Vi on this one too. He had a video about with Alan Hughes from the Hughes brothers. And Alan Hughes said he did an interview. And in that interview, he said that when they did Menace to Society, Jive Records was contracted to do the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, R. Kelly was with Jive at that point. So, so the record said, yo, I need a song from you if you can give me one. I got this scene, and I need you to kind of see if you can craft a song to it. So he said, yeah, send me the scene, let me watch it, and then let me see what I can come up with it. And a little while later, he came out, and the song was Bump and Grind.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny part about it, that was the original song that was supposed to be used in that love scene with Jada Pinkett and
Tyler Turner.
That scene was the song that was supposed to be used, and then and Alan was like, "Damn, let me reach out to the label." So he contacted the label. He said, "Yo, I think I got R. Kelly's first #1 single." And then he reached out to the label. The label got back to him, I guess, about a week or two later, and then said, "Well," then the label said, "Well, I got some good news. I got some bad news. Good news is you're right. You do have his first #1 single. Bad news is we're not going to use it for the movie. We're going to use it for his upcoming album."
Yep.
Which later became known as 12 Play.
Mm-hmm.
And so they wound up using Slow Dance instead on that song. And that's a scene that Jada was on. So Jada, you know damn well that song wasn't for no underage girls, because that was the original song for the love scene you was in anyway.
Right. So check how they flipped the narrative. They came out and told the public, and they started it out with the joke. He talking about my mind's telling me no. Yeah, all that shit. Nigga, stop that shit. So it's just crazy when years pass and he came out and he shed light. No, this ain't how that was. This ain't how that was. Even with Chingy coming out now, talking about he always saw him IDing people. Where the fuck was y'all at when they was out here again? Saying this man is preying on underage girls. Do y'all not understand? That's how they got an indictment on this man, saying he was sadistic. He was preying on underage girls, and nobody said shit.
Nah,
Collective outrage.
They just kept riding with the narrative.
Shit crazy to me. And that's what led me to people like Demetrius when he said back in the 90s, oh, R. Kelly said he can't work with teenagers, but you're going to put this man on this stand and y'all going to facilitate this whole narrative and y'all going to skip what the fuck he said. So hypothetically, if people were bringing girls that they knew weren't of age, again, who would be at fault? You can't even use the mistake of age defense in certain courts. So even if that is the case, they ain't gonna excuse your part because you didn't know, for example.
Or do we even need to bring up the fact that when Demetrius Smith had that interview with TMZ, and he had said something in regards to the marriage certificate and the whole Aaliyah thing, TMZ looked at him sideways, like as if to say, they know this dude is lying about some shit right in their face.
Right.
No, like like Tommy said on Martin, on the episode of Martin, we got to keep that lie alive.
Right. Right.
We got to
And
keep.
that's another thing that I was confused about. At one point in time, I thought it was a gag order on this shit. So that's why when I start recording the participants, all the so-called bad act witnesses, again, if they out here on public platforms saying the opposite of what they motherfucking said on Surviving R. Kelly and what they're gonna testify to, clearly that's why I'm documenting that for the defense to be like, hey, let's introduce this in the court. Let's introduce this in the court. Because it being on YouTube ain't shit. And then another thing, what did she say? Oh, she said Chingy said something about this 2 or 3 years ago, but the media ignored it. Well, I take that back then on his end, because again, a lot of people who did speak out, I have to come back and backtrack and say I could recognize they weren't going with some of the stories that didn't fall in with their narrative. So let me go back and say people probably did say something, but who would know, because the media and no other platforms wanted to focus on it. Let me say that.
Yep. It was all a collaborative effort between the media, certain politicians, and certain political entities, as well as certain organizations. They were all kind of feeding from the same trough, all of them.
Right.
And
absolutely.
And see, that's the thing that got me. And I think when Bow Wow went over the story that he said how R. Kelly helped him out on that situation in regards to the song he had with I'm a Flirt.
Mm-hmm.
When he mentioned how R. Kelly said, well, he said, he told the label, I got this song with R. Kelly, man. This is my favorite R&B artist of all time. Man, if I can get with him on this song, I'm gonna be certified if I get this. Label turned it down.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted him to
they wanted him to do Out of My System.
Yeah, to do Out of My System. And Out of My and even though Out of My System became a big hit for him, he still wanted I'm a Flirt. Label still wouldn't do it. So R. Kelly said, okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put it on my upcoming album. I'm gonna put T.I. on there. I'm gonna put T-Pain on there. I'm gonna put it as a remix, so that way you get around any kind of BS with the label or any other legalities. But you're gonna be listed as a writer on it.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever happened, you get to eat off this record for the rest of your life.
Right.
That's right.
Still get credit for it. He got credit for it. It became a smash hit on R. Kelly's Double Up album. He was still eating up off of it. Now this is what I believe personally. I believe that once R. Kelly did that, the label saw him as a threat, because this is the same kind of stuff that Michael Jackson pulled with some of the work he did.
Right.
Now it's like, okay, he doing this, and on top of that, his catalog is rolling around too. We can't have this shit to go down. We gotta find some way to kind of wipe him off the map if we have to.
That's right. And it seemed like that's the same type of strategy they use with R. Kelly. First of all, they went on a financial attack from him. They started boycotting and doing all this shit. Didn't want nobody to play his music. All that shit was a financial attack, period. So to then come following that with the charges and then expect him to be able to mount a defense again, I could see why certain shit happened the way it did, but at the same time, I maintain I wasn't getting involved with certain stuff, period. At the end of the day, they sat here and put that man out here, destroyed his character, And now that you see the narratives beginning to change, they want everybody to just focus on the good. Fuck the case. Don't talk about that case. Don't talk about how they fucked shit up. Don't talk about how the government literally, strategically did the shit they did for a forfeiture of assets so that they can reclaim this man's shit. That's my opinion.
Yep.
When I first seen Rico and when I started talking about the forfeiture of assets, that's what I saw. A money grab, shakedown. You had the shakedown king, Michael Avenatti, come out first. Let's start out first. Let's see what money we can get. You can't get no money because he ain't have access to no money. Next, now we got these charges. We're gonna take the assets. That's how I saw it.
That's how everybody else saw it.
To quote you, Prima, and the gag is Kel's music still being played and used for online trends and trending topic. That's what I'm saying. Because we're watching the narrative change. It's cool now to play them because we supposed to just forget about the cases and the trials. We gonna now just sit back and let time continue to pass. They gonna keep promoting the music, and then it's just gonna be dead on that. We ain't supposed to remember how they just literally assassinated that man.
Mm-hmm.
Then not only that, they profiting off of his shit, but he ain't even profiting off.
That's what
And
I'm saying. You wanted to make it to
that
where
part
he
there.
couldn't profit off of it, but you want to make it so that you could profit off of his assets.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I got an old Vibe magazine here. Tony Braxton's on the cover. July 1997. And page 94, first paragraph. Quote, Tony Braxton has worked with various top flight producers, including David Foster and Windy City Soul man R. Kelly, whom she calls Amadeus. But it's her relationship with Babyface that has created some of the true gems in her repertoire. She called R. Kelly Amadeus. She ain't call him no monster. She ain't call him no pedo.
Right.
She ain't call him weird.
Right.
She didn't call him. She didn't say anything out of malicious or call him anything out other than the child of God.
I'm trying to think. Didn't Tony Braxton have issues with Barry Hankerson too? I gotta
Yep,
freshen my
yep,
memory
she
back
sure
on that.
did.
He
She
did.
sure
I
did.
He
swear,
did.
yeah.
She
Yeah, because
did.
that's what another thing people don't want to talk about. It. If they wanted to talk about a Rico, I seen a whole lot of Rico shit going on during my research, and it starts with Barry Hankerson motherfucking ass. So the fact that he can sit here and be double dipping everybody else publishing rights and be doing all this shady business and shit, like I said, I see where a Rico could have been, but you ain't gonna sit here and act like R. Kelly is the head of this imaginary enterprise where all these people were enabling him to prey on kids. And people can't stick to bringing to the public why that was some bullshit from the conception.
I have told people a long time that Barry Hankerson is the eye of this hurricane for a long time.
For sure.
He has been the center of a lot of stuff that has been going on.
Right.
And especially the part now, come on. Now I heard about this. Now I guess we gotta say quote unquote allegedly, but doing this, but the emergence of an insurance policy put on Aaliyah 2 weeks before she died.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now
And
it's not unusual.
he gonna go get the crackhead motherfucking pilot on a bootleg ass plane to man stop. And then if you look at the video, they could have did that shit in any studio. What the fuck did they need to fly all the way over there? Like all that shit was crazy to me. And when I spoke
Mm-hmm.
on it, and nobody want to catch the points.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's
No.
like again when we be talking, and it just bring back all the information, all the valid points that people could elaborate on, could run content on to
I get it.
alert the people. Like, it's so frustrating.
I get it, and you're not wrong. And I'll tell you another thing about it, which really got me. Now, he supposedly had put in an insurance policy. Now, it's not unusual for managers to put an insurance policy on artists, especially when the artists first come out. And you try. That's one of the first things you probably would want to do to try to get your artist established. But how are you going to wait? At this point, Aaliyah has been in the game. She died in 2001. Aaliyah had been in the game 7 years strong at that point.
Exactly.
So now all of a sudden you gonna put an insurance policy on her now?
Right.
Yeah, that's fishy to me.
And the rumored amount I heard was $80 million.
I heard it was 90.
I know it was something like that.
80 to between 80 and 90. That's the amount I heard. Oh, somebody, Chris said 2007 singer Toni Braxton sued her former manager Barry Hankerson for $10 million.
Boom. That's what I'm
Alleged
telling you.
fraud, deception,
Everything that I be saying, you can go look up. I'm telling you.
breach of fiduciary duty regarding her move from Arista Records to his label. And to
this day, her own mama, they gotta split the I don't know how you would word it, but the brother and the mama, I guess they get her image, whereas the music is still in Barry Hankerson's hand. How does that make sense?
Nah.
Well, I guess we shouldn't be shocked by that. After all, wasn't it Dana that turned around and said that initially Blackground Records was actually R. Kelly's label, but Barry wound up swooping underneath and just scooping it from underneath him?
Yep.
I believe so. And then what I call odd was, if y'all recall, Rockland Records, which if you go look it up, they got it credited as R. Kelly's record label. But if y'all recall, Rocky Bibbins brought his ass out here talking about, that's my company. Hold on, Pimpin'. How does your
company? He always been janky.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then you remember what they were saying? He was stealing the skate checks and shit.
No, to tell you the truth, Prima, I really believe that he was the one that stole Tamika's money. That's what I really believe, because I thought he was always janky and everybody thought it was Natasha, but I really think it was right.
I remember Gladys Knight had referred to him as the devil at one point.
Yep, she did.
Yep, and her son just like him. What's his name? Shanga, whatever the hell his name is. I did a video on him too. Like, I done chronologically ran through every rabbit hole you could think of.
You did. I give it to you. I give it to you. You ran down every rabbit hole. You hit angles that I didn't even think about. I'm like, damn, how the hell she came up with this shit? I'm going back. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Where did this come from?
It's so much information. Like Gemini always say, it's layers and layers and layers. You just got to peel that shit back.
Yeah. And speaking of layers and layers, I mentioned Vibe magazine. I got another Vibe magazine. I just got to find it. When R. Kelly's third album dropped, he had Vibe magazine did an article on R. Kelly in '96, the same year that he was on that tour. They did an article on Vibe. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't the executive producer of Surviving R. Kelly on the Vibe staff during that time?
Yeah, Dream Hampton. She was the editor. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Think about what I've been laying out. You got the girl, the producer, not the producer, the editor from Vibe magazine who printed the marriage certificate. You got that brought into Surviving R. Kelly where she produced it. You like come on now.
Yeah, And see, but that same year when he was on tour, they wrote this article about and I remember the article. I think it was called Divided Soul. They had on the article had two pictures of R. Kelly, one with his sunglasses, one without. And it talked about his new home that he had built in near North Side, which was an old church that was renovated. And it talked about how he had this big shark tank, but he couldn't maintain it because the sharks kept eating the stingrays. And also he talked about how he got this full-length basketball court, a basketball court in which Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen would come by his house to play ball at.
Right.
Now here's the big part, and a couple of people said was trying to say he did this, that, and the third. And when I hit him with this, it was like they got real quiet. I said 1996. That was the year the Chicago Bulls won the NBA Finals. R. Kelly was on tour in the summer of 1996. Remember when the government turned around and said that there was when they was trying to petition the new trial for the new trial earlier this year, and they was trying to deny, trying to say like, well, R. Kelly had, well, you know, they tried to bring up the accusers and the stuff that R. Kelly had allegedly did. One of them was a chick named Nia, who Nia jumped up and said that R. Kelly induced her to come to Chicago in the summer of 1996. I think, so how is he going to induce her to come to Chicago in 1996 when R. Kelly was on tour in the summer of 1996?
Right.
So then they talk about, well, he probably had a show in Chicago during that time. No, he didn't. He didn't have a show in Chicago then, because the show he had was the last week of April. And I know that for a fact because I attended one of those concerts on that same tour. Matter of fact, the one I attended was the very next week after the show he did in Chicago. And that show was in Shreveport, Louisiana. Matter of fact, it was 30 days ago this month.
Wow.
So my thing is, how can R. Kelly induce? So R. Kelly, who was on tour in Chicago, on tour in 1996, he gonna stop his tour to go kick it with a minor when Michael Jordan just won the NBA title, and who he been hanging out with, who came over his house to play ball. You don't think he would have had the opportunity to come home to Chicago to visit, to kick it with Michael Jordan, for him to winning his first championship since the death of his father? But he gonna bypass that for a chick named Nia? Man, if y'all don't get the hell out of my face with that bullshit.
Right.
And even beyond that, when I'm looking at the defense, like I said, they could have pulled out an itinerary and start going date for date. Or this happened on what date? Because like I said with the indictments, what indictments do you know ain't specific? They just put, oh, this happened in such and such month and this year. Like, what day? What like, be specific. So when it comes to the defense, if you can provide an alibi, don't you think that would be more valuable than just going out there hoping you could poke holes in a story? When it came to Tracy Sampson, I can't remember what alias she used. She in there talking about she went to the Black Expo on this date. They come to find out she was lying. Then she talking about she thought she was the girl on the tape that she was shown. So when I put two and two together and I tell my audience that, hey, you know what I think was going on? I think they was propositioning these people out here, giving them the impression they on the tape. Because how in the hell you going to coerce Rashona to come out here and proclaim to be the girl on the tape, but you got another witness out here on the stand talking about she thought she was on tape? How?
Right.
Yeah. Now also.
And where the other damn tapes at?
I don't know. You gotta have to ask Michael Levinati about that.
That's what I'm saying. He done went to jail and came back and they ain't said shit.
Mm-hmm. They said it. Mm-mm.
No. And the ironic part, since you talked about that book, by the way, last time I checked, that book didn't even go double plywood. But she comes up. One of the main driving forces behind that damn book was a chick by the name of Drew Dixon.
Yup. And when I
Now,
pointed that
I
out to
heard that
people,
name.
everybody was looking crazy as hell. I'm sitting here like, do y'all know who this chick is? Do you know she the same one who had allegations against Russell Simmons, right?
right?
So you see
And
how all this shit connect when you got Kamora Lee Simmons that was up here trying to get the R. Kelly sex tape for her little talk show, but it's supposed to be child pornography. Get the fuck out of here. This shit's
right.
stupid.
Not only that, not just Russell Simmons. She tried to drop allegations on L.A. Reid too.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I think I did a post on that too. Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm.
And come to find out, she wrote the foreword on Rashona's book.
Damn.
I think she wrote that whole damn book. They ain't fooling me. She wrote that whole goddamn book.
I believe it. But the fact that she would make her presence on that book at all, talk about foreword by Drew Dixon. That right there tells look, that tells me right there everything I need to know.
Yep. Absolutely. But again, when I present certain shit like that, just because it ain't in the manner that people would like, instead of, hey, why don't I go see why she over here referring to this lady in reference to Rashona book? And then you'll go down to realize why. Because again, all these Me Too motherfuckers want to use people like Rashona to get themselves credibility. Get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, because you know why they pivoted to her. Because remember, they tried to make Cassie the face of the Me Too movement. But that failed miserably once it was found out during the course of the trial that she was also involved in the quote unquote freak offs, that she actually initiated some of those.
But check it though. Wasn't they saying that Rashona was grooming and recruiting and stuff?
Yep, they did say that.
So why the hypocrisy?
Yeah, because I think because of the fact that they can at least say that you know R. Kelly's convicted. So you know there are three things that they normally say that a lot of people normally say in regards to R. Kelly. And Prima, correct me if I'm wrong. Number one, they'll say something like, well, he had to have done something. Number two, I don't believe he did everything, but I think he did some things.
Yep.
And number three, my personal favorite, they all can't be lying.
Yep. All three. All three.
That's the icing on the cake.
Yep. And just imagine, that's what I've been battling all these 7 years. Them 3 points. Them be my targets. So they can't be lying, but I show you how they all colluded to lie. They can't be lying though. He must have did something. We ain't here to talk about what he must have did. We here to talk about the fucking charges they charged him with that I don't think he's guilty of. See, they don't want to stay on task with what they bring to you. With all their excuses to turn a blind eye to what happened, we can come right back at it. But people gonna have to wake up. That's the purpose in doing the research. It's one thing to just get on here and say, I support R. Kelly. Cool. That's your right. But when I speak, I'm telling you, play for play. This is why I don't believe this. This is why I don't believe that. Here go a couple source articles you can go read. Go read this in the paperwork, etc., etc.
Yep. Here was a lady on Facebook that said something that I commented on. And she said, wake up, people. This corrupt government and justice system has destroyed R. Kelly's life, stole his wealth, and they are trying to kill R. Kelly, another innocent black man, and they continue to get rich off his name. Black
Mm-hmm.
people, stop being used by your oppressors. Check their history. They're known for robbing, destroying, and stealing and killing. I gotta say unaliving black people.
Damn, they the
Until,
devil.
Right. No, they've been doing this shit since the 50s.
mm-hmm.
If not,
Right.
yeah.
And she said, until I see R. Kelly free and hear his name and hear him say this is his product, they can keep whatever they're selling. Who's benefiting from this? Free R.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly and stop leeching off R. Kelly's name.
Now you see where I'm the problem with a lot of people on these platforms because they want to continue to leech off of his brand. And I'm clearly saying if he was free, he could do what the fuck he want to do with his music, genius.
Yep. And I commented underneath. I said, say that one more time for the people in the back.
They ain't trying to hear that though. They know it's gonna be some people. They don't care what the fuck going on with R. Kelly. If somebody put out some R. Kelly music, they gonna go listen. Period. And that's they state prerogative. They can do that. But when it comes to the people vigilant in what they know, you know what you serving. You know what you are helping these people do, and that's playing your face.
Right. Because we said a long time ago. We said once they started doing this bullshit with Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, did you think they were going to stop there? No.
Right.
No.
I kid you not. My husband, he talk about this all the time. Where was y'all at when they got Bill? Listen, I was late to the party. I'm sorry. I didn't know nothing till I seen the monkey ass motherfucker named Tim Savage on this motherfucking platform. I didn't know nothing about Bill case until after the fact. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, we knew a lot about Bill because we started we started comparing and contrasting it with Bill Cosby's case. We already kind of knew. So we actually saw when it started happening to R. Kelly, we started seeing the play. And what the hell did they do? They doubled back. Didn't not R. Kelly, didn't Bill Cosby supposedly had lost a case and now he's being sued retroactively from one woman back in 1972, and he's been sued for like what, $18 million or something like that.
Right.
I think so. Yeah.
I forgot the exact amount, but I know it was around anywhere between $15 to $20 million. That much I do know.
Yeah, I saw that same thing.
Yeah, it became obvious to me. If y'all recall, correct me if I'm wrong, I started looking at the Bill situation when I saw them surviving R. Kelly hoes going over there mingling with them. That's what tipped me off. Like, hold on now, what's really going on out here? You had the woman with that big ass fro. She was over there with Lisa Van Allen lying ass. So I said, hold on now.
You talking about the one that looked like Jason from the Nutty Professor?
Yeah. I don't know what her name was, but yeah, she had that big ass fro on. But anyway, I was late to the Bill Cosby, but once I caught on, yes, I definitely compared. Hey, this is some similar tactics that were used. And they're trying to say that Bill Cosby got out on a technicality. Fuck all that. Because y'all are misconstruing the information that people have been scandalizing. Even when he admitted to Quaaludes, he didn't say every woman I come across, I pop a Quaalude in they drink. And he didn't say that. I believe what I took from the information, it was a isolated event. But even more so in that time and period, you can't put nothing past these people. They was doing the most in them parties and shit. So who am I? They were adults. That's like the women that go meet up with these men, these casting directors in the hotels. Girl, you better get your ass up out of here with that stupid shit. If you really gonna go for that, you know, yeah, you grown. You ought to have common sense to know this ain't gonna fly. And if something do happen to you, you ought to have common sense to know how to report it then and not wait 20 goddamn years.
They can go and sleep with Nate from Set It Off to get tickets for a Chris Brown concert.
Mm-hmm. I see.
That'd be the shit they blow.
Yeah, I see Kale's gal said that's what they did to Sam Cooke. Joe Jenkins said they killed Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, and Prince. Ironically, the fact that Prince has been dead now exactly 10 years as of last month. And it don't even seem like it's been that long.
No.
Right.
But I tell you what, now since
And
this
that's
happened to
actually
Bill
one of
Cosby,
my favorite R. Kelly covers when he did that Sam Cooke. That's my favorite R. Kelly
oh
cover.
man, you haven't heard too many people come out there and sing that song either.
I mean, I swear to God, that song bring tears. Every time I hear him sing that, like people can say what they want to say about the man, and that's all been my point too. Like if you sit here and want to say mute him and cancel him because of this, you're gonna have to cancel all the entertainment because that shit just stupid.
Yep. And see, since all this has happened to Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, who has fallen victim since? Tory Lanez.
Mm-hmm.
You had now they coming at Smokey. And Smokey
Who is
80
that?
some years
Oh,
old.
Smokey Robinson. Yeah.
Yeah. They come at Smokey Robinson. Smokey Robinson, 80 some years old. And now they're talking about he been doing some stuff with his I guess housekeepers ever since.
His
They said what?
housekeeper, yeah.
They said like four. They said four of them. They're talking about four of them. Supposedly, Deshaun Watson was another with the issue he done had. Now the most recent one, besides Stephon Diggs, now you got one, Marcellus Wiley. Now, for those of you who don't know who Marcellus Wiley used to play in the NFL, and he was a commentator on ESPN and Fox. So now he has just been hit with essay allegations dating back from 1994 while he was in college.
That's crazy.
So now they're trying to say they were matter of fact, give me a minute.
But you know what? When I was talking about how they literally passed these laws to open the window for the statute of limitations, again, people don't want to talk about that type of shit. Like they deliberately made these laws so that they could do this type of shit. The the Child Survivors Act in New York. I believe a lot of that came through the Bambaataa situation. And who was the first test subject? R. Kelly, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here it is. Former NFL Pro Bowler and ex-ESPN and Fox Sports personality Marcellus Wiley has been accused of SA by four individuals, including a former ESPN production assistant, according to Rolling Stone. The alleged victims filed the lawsuit in New York in April. And they joined three individuals who previously sued the 51-year-old for alleged R-word charges in as far back as 1994 while he attended Columbia University. The first lawsuit emerged in 2023, and the latter two followed in 2025. And it said Wiley has labeled the charges BS, and his lawyers continue to deny the allegations of RNSA in a court filing in 2024, according to Rolling Stone. And let's talk about how the previous allegations were tied to the allegations since the quartet claimed that Columbia hid the allegations or the actions made by Wiley, enabling him to enjoy the reputation, safety, respect, and integrity, thereby endangering women who later encountered him, according to Rolling Stone. The latest allegations span a wide range, according to them. It said two of them, and it said the two of the accused alleged that Wiley sexually assaulted them from 1995 to 99 in California. Another claims while Wiley began to here's our favorite word, grooming me, quote unquote, when she was 13 years old, and before a sexual encounter years later while he was in the NFL, and the former ESPN production assistant alleged that Wiley tricked her into coming into his room under the pretense of a work meeting before SAing her. So the individual who alleges Wiley courted her at a young age said that the interaction began when Wiley was at the time with the Buffalo Bills from 97 to 99. It said Wiley drove towards me, slowed down, pulled up. He lowered his window, called me by my name, and asked me to come over. And this is according to the accuser. And then the accuser further claims that Wiley gave her his email and eventually free tickets plus an invitation to his Orchard Park, New York residence. Does any of this sound familiar to anybody?
Yep, it does.
Yeah.
Wiley allegedly called her little mama.
Not a little mama.
Mm-hmm. And
so it ain't baby girl. It ain't baby girl. It's little mama.
Yeah, baby girl is little mama. And what was the name of Rashona's book? Who's watching who? Shorty.
Yeah.
While Wiley allegedly called her little mama and would invite her over to help clean his CD collection. What?
What the hell?
This is what they're saying. Wiley mentioned his sociology degree from Columbia University, which led me to believe that he was respected and trustworthy. He gave me the same CDs to clean over and over again. You got cleaning CDs, and then how do cleaning CDs turn into an essay?
Well, who does that? Hey, can you come over and help me clean my CDs?
Yeah. She alleges that Wiley flew her to Dallas, where he played for the Cowboys in 2004, when she turned 18, and shouted at her before allegedly R-wording her. So now you got the flew to Dallas now. If Columbia had properly pursued the complaints, I would have never have been groomed or R-worded. Marcellus Wiley R-worded me on my 18th birthday after grooming me since I was 13.
So wait, he groomed her. He groomed her for 5 years. It took 5 years of grooming, and he wait until she 18. Okay.
Yeah, that's according. And this is the article on New York Post. I'll put the link in the chat for it in a private chat.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Okay. What you? Marcellus is fighting back using his platform, but you notice what they did with R. Kelly? They terminated his shit, right? His verified accounts. Didn't they shut down his shit? Even his YouTube platforms. But everybody else streaming R. Kelly music, they cool.
Yeah, I remember that because I followed him on Instagram. Yeah, they took his stuff down.
Let me see.
That is crazy though.
Okay, it's not giving me.
Okay, let me copy this, put it in my thing so I don't forget.
And the funny part about it, this came up just last week, around the same time the Stephon Diggs trial was going on. That's when this story broke.
Really?
Yeah. The Stephon Diggs trial was already going on.
Oh, so it said he got. It said he. It say he got 7 women accusing him.
Because the main one, it was 4. Now it may have updated now. Because at
Yeah,
the
it
time
say
of this
7
article,
now.
it was 4.
That's crazy.
At the time, it was 4 of this article. Now all of a sudden, let me see if they upgraded this. Yeah, okay. AOL.com. 4 more women accused Marcellus Wiley. Now this was as of Friday. So now besides the ones that they got, it's 4 more on top of the ones already.
That's crazy. And they all just coinkadinkly decided that now's the time.
Yeah. And you know where they filed a law? And they filed a lawsuit in New York. I think it was Manhattan Superior Court. So you know it's gonna be some BS that's gonna go along with that.
Right. Yeah, so she sued in court. Yeah, I definitely countersue. I definitely do that. Again, that's some shit that, like I say, if people were being proactive on Kel's side, like even with a person like Jim Duragatis out here spinning all these stories, you would have been shut down a long time ago. What you talking about?
You mean Jim Dare Greasy?
Yeah, that guy, fat neck,
Yeah, Jim Dare Greasy, as Big Baba
fat neck.
say.
How the heck you come out here? You doing all this storytelling, you doing all this stuff, you mingling with all these people, but when it's time to go to court, you can't testify, but you can give an interview. Like, man, stop. You can sit here and make copies of a tape that you said is CP, and you could reach out to a woman coinkadinkly and say, "Hey, is this your niece on this?" Man, stop.
Right.
Yeah. First off, I've already said this once before. I can't trust a dude that looks like a cross between Fat Bass from Austin Powers and Jabba the Hutt from Return of the Jedi. That's number 1.
or Cosgrove from South Beach Toad, like like the Bible call it, Cosgrove.
Yeah. And how you gonna have 2 different stories on how the tape got how you acquired the tape? Because he's turned around, he said it was sent to his mailbox anonymously.
Right.
Then he said that.
But hold on, park right there. Can you send mail without putting a sender on that shit?
No.
So either you telling us either somebody came and put it in your mailbox, or you lying. One of the two.
One of the two.
Okay.
And then he comes around and says, well, he got the tape, but then he reached out to Sparkle and had him to see if Sparkle would identify the girl as her niece. But then he turned around and say, well, Sparkle reached out to me in regards to the tape.
Right.
Right.
So that's 3 different versions.
Right.
That's 3 different versions of the same damn story.
Exactly. But we supposed to just don't even worry about the discrepancy. Just believe it.
And besides, didn't her hairstyle was different than the one that we seen in the pictures as opposed as it was in the tape?
Yeah, they was like maintaining her hairstyle. She had braces at the time. Like it was a lot of different features. And if you recall, Jennifer Bongine, she mentioned something about the necklace. I don't remember whether she didn't have it on or had it on. It was something. I got to go back and look. But something
They
about the
said
necklace.
it was on, but yeah, they said it was on, but it just wasn't in that different camera frame, as they say.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they said about it, but that was something that they was Jennifer Bongine was pointing out to where she was. I don't know if she was indirectly saying it's not her, but like I said, if they were stronger presenting that it weren't her and it wasn't him, again, a lot of people wouldn't still be on her acting slow as to why I'ma stand on what I said a long time ago and what I've said up until now.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked in the chat. I think
Go.
it's somebody in the chat. I think it's Oak Cliff Virgo 214 says, "Where can I find the lawsuit that Aaliyah filed against Cook County?"
I didn't that part. Like I said, you would have to ask Big Vi because I don't know where he got it from. It was just sent to me.
I think let's see. I got it from somewhere.
Yeah, I don't remember which data.
I think I got it. Let's see. I gotta find it because I got it myself.
And then another thing they talking about, they had on record the only thing they could pull up was a food stamp application for Aaliyah. So again, at that point in her career, what the fuck would she be needing food stamps for? Number one, and what they got to do with an ID?
That's a real good question. A food stamp ID, but then
you can't get married with no damn food stamp card. Like, make this shit make sense. You got to have your ID proof. You got to have all that. Like, how?
And then I think Demetra Smith said, well, it was actually a work ID, even with a work ID still, but that you know, she
again, when you get married, you got to have he said it didn't have a birth date on there. So again, how does she get married? You have to have an ID with your date of birth.
Yeah, because Big Vi I got it in here somewhere. I gotta see where I had it because I know I got it in here somewhere. I got to go through my box and find it, but I know I got it in here. But I know Big Vi's got it because that's how I got it because I got it from him. But this is wild. When I was going up here and I saw this with Marcellus Wiley and then Stephon Diggs. Now I think it's also funny to mention that before Gayle King interviewed R. Kelly, CBS had actually made a $20 million donation to the Me Too movement 6 months before they even interviewed R. Kelly.
You said what now?
CBS.
Say that again.
I saw an article with the information that CBS had actually made a $20 million donation to the Me Too movement 6 months before they interviewed R. Kelly. So the fix was in a long time ago before they even interviewed him.
You remember Cash said they was in with Michael Avenatti. And then people was coming out saying he was supposed to get paid for that interview, you know, and that might have been something that they was planning on using for his defense. I don't know. I could only speculate.
Yeah. You know what I can tell you about that? I believe personally they was never going to pay R. Kelly for that interview. I think what happened,
of course they would.
I think CBS paid Daryl Johnson under the table. He got that money.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He got the money.
They saying somebody got paid.
Yeah,
they said somebody got paid.
Yeah, he got the money for that interview. R. Kelly didn't get a dime for that.
That shit is wild.
Yeah, that's insane.
And come to find out, this dude was scamming people out of their from their home, from people's homes and shit. I don't know what he was doing. I forgot what it was, but he was associated with scamming people out. I guess in regards to like refinancing homes or doing some shit.
Ooh.
Not only that, he tried to allegedly bribe a clerk official. And why? What the fuck? That don't. Why? Why? That was something else. Again, they holding against R. Kelly because these janky ass people around him.
Yep.
And who did Daryl say he worked for? Greenberg.
Mm-hmm.
He said specifically, I don't work for Mr. Kelly. I work for Greenberg.
And then not only that, you was taking pictures with Michael Avenatti.
Yeah, I seen the interview. They talking about they used to be friends or used to go to college together or something. I don't remember. It was so goddamn long ago. But yeah, they were acquaintances at one point. That's you don't tell me. You telling me that ain't weird? Just like when Greenberg and Michael Avenatti was on Twitter going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Like what the hell?
Yep.
Yeah, just throw this whole case and this whole mess away.
Yep.
Right.
I knew I was gonna find it. 18 organizations have received $20 million in Me Too funding from CBS. CBS Corporation announced
That's
today that
crazy.
CBS Corporation announced today that 18 organizations will receive $20 million in funding to address the sexual harassment in the workplace. Many of these organizations are longtime players in the women's rights space, including New York Women's Foundation, Women's Media Center, and the National Women's Law Center, while others are brand new to the field, like Time's Up. These grants are part of CBS's separate agreement with former CEO Les Moonves, which started that the donations would be deducted from his severance pay.
That's crazy.
These organizations
That's
represent,
crazy.
and the date of this article was December 14th, 2018. When did R. Kelly get interviewed by Gayle King? Wasn't it May of 2019?
I believe, yeah, I think it was somewhat around.
Possibly.
Hold on, let me look it up.
I want to say it was May 2019.
Hold on one second. I'm about to look it up.
March, April, May.
And further on the article, these organizations represent different critical approaches to combating sexual harassment, including efforts to change culture and improve gender equality in the workplace, train and educate employees, and provide victims and services with support. Said in a press release from CBS announcing the grantees and tying the grants to their ongoing commitment to strengthening its own workplace culture. Remember, Les Moonves was being accused also.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was March, J Rock,
Okay.
March 8th.
Okay, so okay, I thought it was May, but it was March. Okay.
Okay.
So it was a few months before they interviewed R. Kelly. The fix was
Damn.
already in.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, see, R. Kelly should have pulled a Drake and sued them. Cause how the fuck you got CBS and Sony, are in the same conglomerate. That's what I be talking about. They in the same
Mm-hmm.
conglomerate. So how the fuck you gonna set him up for the kill on one hand, and then you gonna drop him from the label over here? Cause these motherfuckers said mute R. Kelly.
Yep.
That's crazy. Yeah, I would sue. He should have pulled a Drake. He should have sued.
Right.
The fuck? He would have won. Tell you that. He would have won that.
You said it.
Then they gonna sit here talking about he gonna sue he was supposed to sue Surviving R. Kelly. What happened to that?
Should have.
Just put it in the private chat.
That is super. Hold on, let me put this in my thing. That is crazy though. Yeah, that's what they did. They tried to use R. Kelly as a diversion tactic. Mm.
When I found out about that, I said, you gotta be kidding me.
Man.
These fools and came out here. They literally, they literally had the whole play mapped out. And
And you telling me that don't seem like a Rico? Y'all literally funneling money to strategic. Ain't that what they accusing Jay-Z of? Strategically doing all this janky ass shit, including trumping up charges against people. That sound one and the same to me.
shoot, man, that's wild, man. You're telling people like,
Nonetheless, again, it's just an example. Once you understand how they did the charges, I mean, it's nothing to sit here and open up a panel and go back and forth with information people don't talk about, stuff the public don't seem like they know about either, but would make good talking pieces on a consistent basis. What she said. Well, um, as far as Daryl Johnson, like I said, the people over here they saying he don't know R. Kelly. I don't know who he was around back then, but you know,
look, I just want to know where that money is.
hell, we need to know where a lot of motherfucking money
Mm-hmm.
is
I
around
know
here.
we
Cause
need
shit
to know
just
where a
ain't
lot of money
happening.
is, but that money for that interview.
Now it may, I mean, again, if you know you did some underhanded stuff like that, if you knew you done pissed over this man's royalties and all this stuff, like you probably be helping these people keep him in jail too. Like that's just my take on it. That's what it seemed like to me. Cause ain't no way in hell, ain't no way.
Mm.
It seemed like to me he was on a path of trying to reclaim his shit. After you done worked all these years, you telling me you done worked 30 years. You come to the recognition that hey, your bank account ain't hidden. The IRS saying you owe them. You know you done generated all this money, and you know these people owe you a lot of money. You get to the bank account. What he say was in there? What he say? 30,000,
About $300,000.
Yeah.
300,000. You get to the bank account. Some people tell you you ain't got but $300,000, and your heart drop. What the fuck?
Right.
The fuck you mean $300,000? 30 years? What the fuck we talking about?
Exactly.
He telling Gail, yeah. She talking about you mean to tell me you've never been. That's what he said. Did he stutter?
Nope.
Yeah, 'cause I hate when they ask those stupid ass vertical questions.
Right. The
Yep.
fuck you mean? He got to
Mm-hmm.
be lying on everything he's saying. People on
Mm-hmm.
this internet, well, we just got to admit, we don't have to admit shit. If he said his side of the story, we could just take him at what he said, same way y'all want to take these accusers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
wrong with that?
Yep. Oh, I got another article up here. CBS's Gayle King gushes over corn lawyer Michael Avenatti, quote unquote, he's a rock
Mhm.
star.
Yeah, I was putting this shit out too. Look at these people. They all connected. Like all these
Hmm.
people is connected in some way, form, or fashion. They came together with a mission. They accomplished said mission. Now what
Hmm.
is the question? Now what?
Hmm.
Because
Yep.
somebody gonna have to right these wrongs.
Yep. But you know the other funny part about it? If you notice, every attorney that worked for the prosecution in R. Kelly's trials, they either are reassigned, transferred, or resigned.
Which one? Because in
All
Chicago,
all the above, either one of them. A lot of them, they either transferred or reassigned or they resigned flat out,
hmm,
or maybe they left and wound up, I guess, their own law firm, which would fall under the whole resign or they quit. Because when R. Kelly's Chicago trial started, there were some people in the prosecutor's office that had quit before the trial even started.
I remember that. I remember that.
So, so to me, that tells me you just these people come in, just do all types of fuckery for the prosecution, and then they leave. Do your dirt and leave.
Absolutely. And now they can utilize civilians and other people to do a lot of their dirty work and go into court like I didn't do nothing. Yes, you did. You did it. You did it.
Yeah, and
I'm
that's
just
a good.
trying to understand how the people that don't know this man could be able to find themselves in charges and then turn around and now this one over here is a victim in the damn Rico case. Like, how, Sway? How?
Mm-hmm. And the funny part, whenever R. Kelly went through this trial, whenever stuff like this always come up, if they can't fit it in a way that can make them a victim, they'll turn around and make them a witness.
Right.
They'll turn from victim to witness.
You saw that's what happened with Lisa Van Allen because they knew she was lying. She wasn't no damn minor. Number one, she went from a victim when they superseded to a witness.
Yep, Lisa Van Allen was the main one for that. You absolutely
Mm-hmm.
right. That's because she was the one I was thinking about the most.
Yep.
Lexington brought up a real good point. He said John Legend better not divorce his wife or he'll be next.
Man, this is the same John Legend that posted a picture of his ass on Twitter.
Man,
Is she the one who posted it?
something wrong with
And
him.
I just think it's real ironic because you got all these people out here trying to have these so-called, you know, King R&B discussions or the state of R&B discussions and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Look, look, don't blame R. Kelly for this. That's one of the main reasons why R&B is in the state of the state that it's in right now. Because if you take a look at it, R. Kelly is like, look, can R. Kelly himself save R&B? No, not by himself. But
Nope.
without him, it's damn near impossible. Without him,
Mm-hmm.
because if you take a look at it, how in the hell all these people saying that certain people saying that they were better than R. Kelly, this, that, and the third. If these people, if these artists are at the level y'all keep pushing them at, why is R&B still in the current state that it's in now, and why is it still currently on life support?
Right.
Right. Yep. I think a lot of them got a reality check because in their mind they might have felt like R. Kelly was in their way, but once he out the way and you see you still ain't shit, now who you gonna blame? The fuck?
I mean, look. I mean, come on now. Why you think all these people all of a sudden got having all these R&B concerts now? And then you got Usher and Chris Brown supposed to be having it, having their they teaming up doing their own. They calling it the R&B tour, R for Raymond, B for Brown. But
This is funny. Because when I think about it, don't be the top two that you think of up top if you're going to entertain the notion. But to me, they only doing that because they want to know if we still going to be out here. Y'all know R. Kelly. Like that, that's all it seemed like to me. They already know people going to be hitting them back. R. Kelly is the king.
Yeah,
it's just
they
that
know.
on that.
They know it. I mean, if you take a look at it, you got Chris Brown, you got Usher. Then remember when Genuine was supposed to have his own little tour, little thing, and he was supposed to have work
Man,
doing that too.
Oh,
I'm
I think
saying,
he got a reality check too. He done got old in age, and the other videos he went viral. No, not a good look.
Yeah, him falling off the stage.
Yeah.
that one, yep. Do we need to talk about the Tyrese versus Tank versus?
Oh man, do not get me started on that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this: Tank treated Tyrese like he was like he was Jody and Baby Boy when he had him in that headlock. That's what it felt like at that verse.
I'm like, why not call it Tank and Friends? Because you got to bring
Right.
all the damn people on stage. Tyrese ain't hardly bring nobody on stage.
Right.
Yeah, and then not only that, I should be side on Tank right now because of the shit he said.
Man, because yeah, everybody is jealous of this dude. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
jealous of R. Kelly for a long time because I had a discussion with somebody about this a while back. I said, look, if you go back, what made R. Kelly so unique? I frequently call R. Kelly the greatest singer songwriter of the modern era,
Mm-hmm.
and I stand by it because it's not just what he did for himself, but what he's done for other artists that really sets him apart. I mean, come on.
Right.
1993, 1994, between 93 and 94, nobody was checking for the Ozzy Brothers in 93, 94.
Nope.
But when he
That was
linked
like
up,
the thing of the page.
yeah, when he came out and linked up with Ron Isley for the
Down low.
album on Down Low,
Mm-hmm.
what was the buzz after that? Are the Ozzy Brothers coming back with another album?
They ain't really talk about it.
6 months later, that Mission to Please album dropped
Mm-hmm.
and went platinum quick. I mean, nobody was really checking for Charlie either.
Nope.
So then Charlie Wilson comes back because of him. And by the way, for people who don't know, that Charlie Wilson album, first name Charlie, last name Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
You know, R. Kelly was the executive producer of that album.
Yeah, he was. I had that album.
And also, that album just celebrated its 20th anniversary last year.
Yep.
Which means the credit and everything from that would roll over to him because that's a milestone anniversary on Charlie's album.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. A
But
lot of
as you have pointed out many times, R. Kelly has reached a lot of milestones while he's been incarcerated.
yep, because a lot of the moves that have been made seems to have been centered around his catalog itself.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man. And I'm still pissed, and I'm still tripping about Gerald Green. Gerald Green stayed up with this one statement. Boy, I was like, uh, man, I almost feel like what Soldier Boy said, like, boy, if you don't sit your stupid ass down somewhere, what you don't know who you think you is. When this dude jumped up there and said R. Kelly had jumped out and used his 30-year career to try to get with underage women and girls.
Mm-hmm.
So he just basically said that R. Kelly is Milli Vanilli. Like he ain't got no talent. Like he just completely did all of this just for young black women and girls. Never mind the love of the music. So Michael Jackson just came out just like, hey, you know, he writing a hit for Michael Jackson. I'm sorry, Mike. I can't finish the song right now. I got a criminal enterprise I got to run right quick. What? Luther Vandross on hold. Hold on, Luther. I still got this. I got a little trafficking I got to do. Really?
Yep, gotta load up my school bus.
Yeah, I got a white van in the backyard. Hold on.
Look, they gonna say he gotta go to McDonald's and pick up all the man, y'all don't stop making shit up. Like but if you notice that they was shaping the Rico by saying that, because he's saying he used his career that's entitling them to the forfeiture of assets, right? That's what they saying. They going into court saying the premise of his whole career was to traffic minor girls. So what the hell? We sitting on the internet this whole time and people just talking in circles and shit. Do you not understand what they saying? Yep. And then when you get to the jury instructions, now you got to say, well, now people ain't got to be aware and all. You flipping all this shit to just structure it the way you want to structure it. But damn, an enterprise is an enterprise. You can't sit here and be like it's an enterprise with no enterprise. Like, what the hell? We're going to tell you he's the head, but we're not going to give you the all the bodies and all the people that was doing all this stuff.
Yeah, and somebody asked the question, what happened to JS? Well, Ronald Isley married one of them, which was Candy. Yep. Mm-hmm. And the other, Kim, who actually sings background for Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley Brothers. So that's
right. So yep, Love Angels still being played at the skating room.
What's up, Dana? What's up, Kels Gals? I think I spoke to you already. Georgia Girl, Oak Cliff, everybody else in the chat, if I ain't speak to you already.
But like I said, this is wild. I mean, he gonna come out and say that he did all this for that. I mean, this and man.
My thing is, what did he profit? If you saying the premise of his career was to traffic girls in 30 years, what did he profit? What was the purpose? Mm-hmm. You say if enterprise, they all do something for a common interest. What was the common interest? Because 1 minute you saying it was all to facilitate sexual desires for R. Kelly. So what's the common interest for the other imaginary people?
Yeah. I remember one lady posted one comment, I think it was on Instagram. She was like, well, R. Kelly's in prison, right? And said, why haven't black people put this same type of energy into the people that into the politicians, doctors, and other entertainers that are involved in the Epstein case. So
Right.
I said, because they don't give a damn about the politicians or anybody else that's involved in the Epstein case. This is all
Exactly.
about destroying R. Kelly by way of yellow journalism and continuing to push false narratives against him.
Yes.
Needless to say, I got about 20 likes when I said that, but
20 likes is better than none.
yeah, yeah. Hey,
But that's the
I ain't
truth.
complaining. I ain't complaining about it, but I'm just saying. But you know, just people. I guess people are shocked that I said that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I see Dana crept up in here. What time Dana's supposed to go live?
I don't know. Dana, it's probably about what about her? Dana, what time you going live? So I was about to wrap it up over here. It looked like you probably in the next hour or two, knowing you. Yeah, we already know it's about that catalog. That's all they wanted. I stressed
Mm-hmm.
that. I couldn't stress that
Yep.
enough. That was the whole end goal for them. So if them motherfucking bad act witnesses thought they was gonna get something, a tee hee hee, joke's on you,
They ain't
motherfuckers.
get
You're not gonna get too much shit. You ain't gonna get shit. They
what
just
it.
use your motherfucking ass, and y'all mad because time when they victim shame. Ain't nobody victim shaming. I'm telling you, they dumb, and they just don't know it
Mm-hmm.
yet, but they dumb.
Yeah. What did Smokey say on Friday? Not a damn thing.
Right. Talking about restitution. You ain't getting shit.
I mean, nothing at all.
Dana said about 8:45. What time is it? 7. All right. Why isn't the efforts going into Epstein and the politicians? He just
Same place
said
I do.
that because they don't want to. They don't want to
Right.
ruffle. They don't want to expose the truth because they know a lot of these people hands dirty. That's why.
Yeah, because they
Yep.
know the shit about the cribble once the truth started come out further and further.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because all the narratives that they've been putting out all these years, they know those narratives ain't gonna hold up because the one thing we know,
Mm-hmm.
the truth stands alone. The truth don't need no help.
Right.
Right. That's a fact.
And I just think it's really ironic that
But you know what's sad about that too? The truth stands alone, but it don't always outshine all the noise you get. People don't come to the truth too quickly. They like to run
Mhm.
toward the theatrics, the bullshit.
Right, which is exactly
And
what I
that's
was about
sad.
to. No, you absolutely right because that was what that was exactly what I was about to say because the truth is not entertaining and it's not salacious
Hmm.
and that's what that is because now because how many times have we've been on different lives and then people been on live and we've always said um the lie's been more entertaining than the truth.
Hmm. R. Kelly said that. You don't want to believe the truth. You don't. They don't. They don't. They want to believe the lies.
But when the lie's being told about them, now all of a sudden it's a problem.
Right. Or not even if it's lies, the implications.
Yep.
Cause it's a lot of shady stuff going on with these people out here in this media world, in this entertainment world, in the political world. They all got their agendas.
Yeah. I'm at the point right now, after this whole thing with R. Kelly, but it opened my eyes up to so much now. It's like if somebody throw a celebrity party, man, I could I can go in any room right now with this celebrity. I would just give him a head nod, maybe a little dap, and that's it.
Yeah, that's how I do.
I'm at that point now because I'm like look. I don't know what kind of bullshit you on. I don't know what kind of agenda you trying to push or anything like that. Because now, because he and damn, if that Stephon Diggs trial, if that trial don't make you go back and look at that R. Kelly trial again, then I don't know what the hell to tell you.
Right.
And somebody need
Right.
and somebody need to go ahead and accelerate Tory Lanez and get him out of there. I don't know why the hell he's still doing a 10-year bid for that BS that they didn't threw on him.
I
Exactly.
thought he lost his appeal.
I don't know if he lost his appeal or not, but golly, I mean, how when it was found out that his DNA wasn't even on the gun, what? How is he still locked up?
Yeah, Tory Lanez and Diddy trial too. Yeah, they again. You see how Diddy had a real defense team compared to what R. Kelly had. You got your own damn attorney coming out here. Yeah, he married Aaliyah. God damn it! What the fuck?
Yeah, that was a red flag right there. As soon as he said that,
I can't make
Shoot,
this shit up.
yeah.
He should have been fired on the spot. R. Kelly should have popped up then.
Mhm.
Cut it. It's a wrap.
Right.
Yeah, one of
And
my
then
homeboys
and
asked me, "Hey man, how?"
Nicole is another red flag though, because how you gonna say your client is guilty and then you say I mean not guilty? That was another red flag right there. He should have fired her right there on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the
I
red
can't.
flag her on there doing the leg shake, like that was my first red flag when I seen her do that. Cause I heard this and that about her, but I never seen her just do nothing. But to get on the damn camera and record yourself as a sex criminal defense attorney who was a prosecutor with your shirt off, doing a damn leg shaking like that shit crazy as hell. Who thought that was a great
Hmm.
idea? But then you say something, wow, you wrong. Man, you knew good and goddamn well y'all should have told R. Kelly. Psst, psst. Whoever went to court, you should have been in there like this. Psst, psst.
Right.
Nigga, what you
Mhm.
mean?
Dan said I could have defended R. Kelly way better than them folks in New York. Hey, it ain't like he lying.
Oh
They
man.
refuse what?
And
You
it ain't
talking
like
about they
Dan,
refuse
it ain't like you
Tory
lying.
Lanez?
No, I ain't gonna lie. Anything Dana should have represented, like for real, for real.
Man, man.
One of my homeboys
What
told
did
me
they
I was.
refuse?
Yep. One of my homeboys told me they said, damn, bro, you could have been a better PR for R. Kelly than Daryl than old boy they had." Like, man, look, I said he
Yeah.
wasn't no real PR because if he was a real
Right.
PR, he should have been able to dig in all the stuff that went in the past, even the previous trial. Hell, the fact that R. Kelly's lawyer back then, Sam Adams, turned around and said that the tape was even doctored back then.
Oh.
Hmm.
So what he got to do now? If they refuse his petition, what he got to do now?
See, that right there ought to tell you that the way they doing Tory Lanez and R. Kelly the exact same way.
Right.
He's suing the jail, for him being stabbed. I wonder how that's gonna go.
Then they said call the governor.
All up the governor.
Hey, J Rock. I said, let me ask you a question. At where Tory Lanez is housed that ain't it in California?
Yep.
Okay, then that explains it though, because California has had to be one of the most corrupt government systems in America, from my opinion though.
Yeah. And I understand, and New York ain't far behind.
Oh yeah, I was about to bring that up too. Yeah, because I mean, they just they just two peas in the pod.
And see, and that's what happened with Marcellus Wiley. Those lawsuits against Marcellus Wiley was filed in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I think Manhattan Superior Court, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And I think it said one of the articles I read about that said that it happened in California. So now you're gonna have California probably try to file some charges against them now.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, listen, look, these dudes need to stop being quiet. They need to start. They need to start going ahead and start filing lawsuits against these women out here lying like this.
Right. Because
Because
it's
now,
crazy how the same way they can sit here and be like, oh, these celebrities abusing their authority. But if they weren't celebrities, do you think these groupies would be doing the stuff that they do trying to get next to them?
no, hell. Remember, on one of Dana's last lives, he read that article about one of Prince's ex girlfriends trying to come out against his estate.
One of Prince as who? What girlfriend?
One of Prince's ex girlfriends. Dana did a live one. I forgot her name. I thought it was Maite at first, but it wasn't Maite. It was another chick. I think around. I want to say around the time Purple Rain came out. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dana, but I think it was around the time that Purple Rain might have came out.
Yep, you right. Yeah, that was like around 84. So yeah, that was when Purple Rain came out. So it was around that time.
Dana said the girls from Purple Rain. Yep, he said the girl from Purple Rain.
I always get them confused. Who was it? Apollonia, or who? Bandit? Which one? Which one?
It wasn't Apollonia. It was some other chick. I forgot who it was, but yeah, that was.
Let's go back and look at
somebody else came up with a story about Prince. And
I know who it is, J Rock. It's that Sinead O'Connor or whatever her name is. I think that's who came.
Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah, there you go.
Sinead O'Connor. Oh hell no! I remember that now. Sinead. Yeah. The fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, because she came out with a book talking about Prince tried to be inappropriate with her. And I know it was a couple years ago. And was saying that Prince was okay. Yeah, it said here's an article from the Daily Mail says Sinead O'Connor said Prince became violent after she turned Nothing Compares to You into a global hit. So my question is, Sinead O'Connor claims Prince once tried to beat her up. I mean, trying to get up there, trying to make all
out. Whole crazy post about Prince.
Yes, he tried to make Prince abusive. Tried to make Michael Jackson a child, i.e., pedo. Tried to make Whitney Houston seem like she a cokehead. and then try to throw the same P jacket on R. Kelly.
And what's
And
crazy is they saying how the black people just ate it up. It was all funny at one point. Then they turn
mm-hmm.
around and act like, well, now we're gonna turn around and act like we don't fool with him because of this. Wait a minute. Because this documentary come out, now y'all gonna tell me whatever. It just never made no sense to me. No, Whitney is
Yeah.
crackish.
Well,
What the hell? Where did that come from?
but see, nobody wants to talk about the fact that we lost Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, and Prince all in less than 7 years. Nobody sees anything wrong with that.
Especially the circumstances, you know.
Yeah. Matter of fact, the anniversary of Michael Jackson's death, that's next month. So Mike been dead over 15 years. So it'll be 17 years next month. Prince already been dead a decade. And Whitney's been dead 14 years as of February. And then you got R. Kelly, and then you got R. Kelly in prison. And the one that's in prison wrote for 2 of the 3 that died. Then it said Michael ain't dead. He back in Gary.
Hell nah. He plays
Man, look. So what did he think of the movie then, I wonder?
Right. I bet he ain't like that shit. You know, people were saying that they conveniently stopped the movie before it gets into his allegations because now, of course, they trying to rebrand now that they done got ownership of his intellectual property. You know.
Yeah, I heard about that, but now they say there's supposed to be a part 2 to the movie. Also, I don't know when it's supposed to come out, but this is one part.
Really?
Of it. Yeah, because
they just stupid.
Mike said, hell nah, y'all can have the glove. I'll give me my dignity. Wow.
Oh Lord.
Well, Danny, you doing too much, bro.
You play too damn. Who play too much? We can call. Man, you call Levi, you gonna be on the phone every bit of 4 hours. I don't care what question you ask. You gonna be on that bitch 4 hours.
Wow.
He gonna say, well, hold on.
Damn. Hold on. Wow.
Chris said, up top. Yeah, up top. All the way up top.
Nah, that's crazy.
But I'm about to get ready to get on up off of here. I ain't even expect to be on here this long. I do appreciate y'all for coming up with good conversation.
Oh, no problem. No problem. When I saw you live, I was like, because I had to bring up that Stefan Diggs try. I had to do that because that hit way too close to home.
Mm-hmm. And it's
And
gonna
what?
keep hitting close to home. It's gonna keep hitting close to home.
Right.
Taylor he said, "Y'all dig up that casket. All you gonna see is that glove and a curl."
Man, shut up, David.
Man, come on now.
You heard me.
Curl and a glove. The jacket and the penny loafers too.
Oh Lord, I cannot. Y'all play too damn much. Yeah, but again, I appreciate y'all. Y'all got any final closing remarks?
All I say is fuck them scammers. Fuck all them people trying to bring this man down. Free him till we see him, and we going up from here. And it's like,
Yeah.
Thank you,
What
J Rock.
what no caller ID just said. I co-sign that 110%. The only thing I'll add on is this: don't let them take innocent black men down too. Don't let this be the template to the to destroy. Let me be specific: straight heterosexual black men, because that seems to be the target.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we taking our power back.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure y'all heard about the about what Funky Dineva said about straight black men being the cancer in the black community.
Cancer. Yeah, I saw that
What?
too. Yeah, that's what he said. I'm like,
What are you talking about?
why we? Funky Denevo or whatever his name is talking about straight black men or the cancer to the black community.
Why you say that?
Shit, I don't know.
I think he's saying that because of what happened with not just Megan Thee Stallion. You know, you had some of the other incidents. You know, like the incident that happened in, well, I can't say incident, the tragedy that happened in Shreveport, Louisiana. That was
Hmm.
by
Mm-hmm.
a straight black man. Remember the lieutenant governor that killed that had unalived his wife and then
Yeah.
turned the gun on himself.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lady named April Chapman who came at from a different angle. She mentioned how the Me Too movement may have blood on their hands because of this.
Damn.
Yeah, because pull up the live. If you pull up the live on it, April Chapman, who was on there, said that the mentioned how that lieutenant governor was hit with SA allegations too before all this drama had happened.
Hmm.
And I was like, damn. And see, and I think it was like it was during a political, and it was during a political season too. And I think it all started when they said he's supposed to have been inappropriate with some staff members, or he tried to push up on one of them, and that whole allegation happened ever since. If I find the name of the live, I can give you that information right now. If I can find the name of it. Let me see if I can pull this up before we get off here, because I didn't even know about this. I mean, he got hit. He got hit with all those allegations like that, and I was like, and how Me Too may have been inadvertently the reason why that whole incident happened in the first place.
Hmm.
Anyway, shoot, give me a minute. I just saw it. Because of the lieutenant governor in Virginia. Yeah, it was Justin. Yeah, Justin Fairfax.
Salad dressing. Who is this? Salad dressing.
Okay, yeah, here it is. If you go on April Chapman's page, the name of the article is called "Did the Me Too Movement Push Justin Fairfax Over the Edge?"
What's up, you? You so silly.
Excuse me. Before you get out of here, I just want to let you know that I'm struggling. Please, don't laugh at my pain. I'm living in a bathroom. I ain't got nothing but clothes. Prima, I thought me and you was like Martin and Gina, like here, like this. I thought we was like this. But you don't fuck with me. I don't know why you're laughing. This is not funny. It's serious. For one, I ordered some cookies from I'm trying to end this so we can go home and everybody can relax.
Okay. I'm be serious.
Please don't laugh.
Okay. What kind of cookies did you order?
Cookie Monster. Listen, don't worry about it. Listen, I ain't getting Listen, I ordered some fucking cookies about 2 months ago. I still ain't got them. And this is from PD Pastries. Now, PD Pastries got the best. I'm talking about fire, everything. I don't know what I'm going to do. Do I got to order some fucking salad from Janet, Sharon, whatever her name is? And you know she ain't got no croutons or nothing. Just straight lettuce. I'm fucked up. I'm hungry. Hey, somebody.
Oh man, come on.
Oh my god.
Hey, bro. You know what? Let me tell you. I feel you because I ordered some cookies from her. I got those doggone strawberry lemonades, bro.
Fine.
I feel your pain. I tried to go to her website to order. It didn't even pop up.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this. Like, P, I don't know. Like, I know you got a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of people that don't like you, and I don't like them because they don't like you. I'm glad that you ain't selling ass. I'm glad. I'm glad that they think that you a joke and like you don't. I'm glad you don't steal work. Let me just say that. I'm glad you don't steal shit. Like if we was in school, I would sit by you and hey, what's the answer to number 2? Right, cool. I ain't do the homework. You that type of motherfucker, like the research and shit you done did, you Dana, right? The list stops there. But salute to y'all for sure. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I just want to say I thank you from the bottom of my heart for actually knowing how to cook more than salad. And you the greatest. J-Rock, I salute you. EJ, my boy. Straight like that. Go.
He play too much.
Damn.
He play too much. Oh Lord, he play too much.
Man.
But I'm gonna have you a special package for sure in the mail. Just so you know, it's gonna be a special package in the mail.
Oh man.
No, he don't. Oh, Dana, I can't play with you today. I was finna get out there and you come with the shit.
Prima Donna, you keep fucking with me. You better leave me alone, Prima Donna. I'm gonna have the third or you, Prima Donna. Prima Donna, you need to leave Dumbo alone, Prima Donna. I'm out by the boats. You know I can't breathe. You keep fucking with me. and you keep telling me, you sell the coochie for 19.99, prima donna. I can't. The fucking stream team keep listening to you said, and a dumbass security guard that got the third eye, and a dumbass. I'm just saying, you're not for R. Kelly, and neither Skip. Okay, bye.
Oh my goodness.
What up, Prima?
He be doing way too much, bro. Tell me.
Oh my
Oh my
god, my stomach
god.
hurt. Oh my
Oh
god.
shit.
Oh my
Hello.
god.
Oh my.
Hey, Prima.
Oh
Oh
my
shit, she
god.
gonna upload another video tonight because of your ass.
Oh man.
Somebody
Oh
call me.
shit.
I did. I got the I put the link to that video I told you about from April Chapman. It's in the private chat.
All right, let me go.
Oh man.
All right, I got it. Miss Lady T, what's what the hell? What's going on? Hello, Miss Lady T. But anyways, let me get up out here. Oh my god, my stomach is hurting. Y'all play too much. Too much. I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate those who tuned in to the live replay game. Appreciate you too. Make sure you drop some free R. Kelly's in the comments so they know we standing strong, baby. Have a good one and can't wait to see what Dana J gonna be popping tonight, you know. Hello. Hello. I don't know what's going on. What happened? Yeah, anyways, make sure y'all drop them free R. Kellys. I'll see y'all on the next live.